It's Thursday and it's time for Theros Chaos. It's time to get back to the mythic odyssey of Theros. And it was a particularly touch and go session last week with some scary moments. Does anyone remember what happened?
Bit of a breeze, honestly. I felt quite healthy and happy. Sogeg trotted around, poked some things with the javelin, and for some reason everyone else didn't have like any of their blood in them. I don't know what the complaint
That
was.
is one perspective.
So is that
For
what
the
called
mighty Crabman.
Sogeg to us? Just our lack of blood.
The amount of
I
party
could smell
blood
it
in the
on the
water.
air. So my blood sense was going crazy.
So you were reclaiming the Sea Forge from some terrible monsters that had overtaken it. A Hydroloth and their fiendish minions had conspired to claim the Sea Forge as theirs. It attempted some diplomacy, which fell on deaf ears, understandably. And you proceeded to fight them. And it turns out Control Water is a very powerful spell when everybody's underwater. As almost the entire party, sans the one or two that were able to swim through the currents, got trapped in a big whirlpool where they repeatedly bashed their heads against rocks. It was a difficult time. Sogeg arrived shortly thereafter, smelling blood in the water, just in time for Nadryn to manage to break the concentration of the Hydroloth with 10 magic missiles. And successfully did it. You continued fighting away, the Hydroloth turning invisible, sneaking around. I think almost everybody. I think only like one or two people didn't drop to zero. I think a lot of people got knocked down. It was touch and go. You also were fighting the Ichthys, whose name escapes me immediately. Let's have I got it written down? Luska, thank you.
Yay, remembered.
Indeed, there it is, Luska. Who was acting strange, seemingly unsure of what they were actually doing, but defending the Hydroloth. And you showed him no mercy either, and made sure that the giant crab person was well gone.
Lex's tone just Luskers. We couldn't let that live on. Couldn't be in the seas. Too powerful.
Just too powerful.
I'd say this is like we're now evens for the murdering of the satyr. I'm just saying because I wasn't part of necessarily saying we should kill Lusker, so I don't think this is on you all.
But you managed to, even with the Hydroloth going invisible and stealing some of Nadryn's memories, causing her mind to fall apart a little bit. Not as bad as a full feeble mind, but close. You did, Bennett managed to catch him while he was invisible and drop the evil fiend. But before you could satisfyingly steal its soul, sadly, fiends don't have souls, and as it melted away, it promised its revenge at some point. And that's roughly where we pick up. I believe you had a short rest here to try and patch yourselves back up. And had a look around to try and claim any bits of loot and equipment. You managed to find a few forging materials and some bronze ingots that I believe Sogeg, you took 2 bronze ingots for mysterious reasons.
They're not the same size as Pogeg's feet. Or are they?
Definitely didn't measure them against him. And yeah, that's where we pitched it. So you've had a short rest. You're still pretty beaten up. But you have successfully reclaimed the forge. So, what would you like to do?
Just very quickly ask the party. A matter of urgency, but does anyone by any chance have any rope laying about in their pockets?
Skuttz just starts pulling out like foot after foot after foot of rope. She stocked up before we left.
Yeah, you made sure to get rope. Turns out it's a useful item.
Sure did. We use it a lot. Here you go, Sogeg. Like, she just hands you like a whole roll of it.
You need an endless spool of rope.
A deep bow. Oh, in such like so happy to have this rope. Sogeg says, "A gift for a gift. I was saving this for Nadryn, but I think you should have it instead." And I pull out the captain's skeleton hand that I took from his corpse, and I'll give it Skuttz.
Oh, sweet, Granny's gonna love it, and she's just gonna tuck it.
Pretty cool hand.
Right in the pocket.
Is it going in the bag, or is it in a pocket?
It's going in the bag.
Okay. It is. Where's the bag? Captain's skeletal hand.
I guess while we're walking back, Sogeg will be trying. You'll take Pogeg out of his pocket, sort of like hold him upside down, sort of balancing each of the bronze ingots on his feet. I'm just going to tie the bronze ingots to his feet for now.
Just making bronze sandals instead of bronze booties.
Yeah. We'll make him his shoes eventually.
Who knows? If only you knew a blacksmith this far underwater.
Alas, I don't think those exist.
It would be difficult. It'd be a
I've
very
already
unique
forgot
skill.
about the. I refuse to look at the forge. Fire doesn't work underwater.
We're literally stood in the forge. You can't just
It's
not look at the forge.
Yeah, by pools of magma that just keep sort of venting steam upwards. You're like, nah, fire does not exist underwater.
Sogeg's got just like a sort of a slightly dumbfounded smile on his face as you can just see visibly that his helmet's still ringing from getting hit very hard. I don't know if Sogeg has hearing anymore. I got to be honest. I think he goes by like instinct.
To be fair, the party has been deafened so often. I'm surprised they have permanent hearing damage.
That's why he's so angry.
We just need to get proficient in interpretive dance, and we're fine.
Oh,
Zolk's halfway there with his breakdancing.
Zolk's getting
I say yeah.
Zolk is very good at his breakdancing.
Strangely enough, yes.
I mean, you were better at it before you unlocked your ability to tinker and make things. But it's still okay. The dice think you're okay.
We know if he can't breakdance, then he's not having a good time.
If only the rest of you were so easy to take care of. Gosh. Hey, Nadryn, we should go tell your dad we got his forge back. She just like stands there triumphantly. She's never.
Actually.
Yeah, you currently are struggling to understand language.
Oh yeah.
You have lost almost most of your recent memories. You've got all of your childhood memories are pretty solid here and there. There's a few missing pieces. You recognize everyone here as friends, but you can't quite place it.
That's right. Skuttz is holding her up in the air trying to get reception again. I remember now.
We're waking back up from that short rest.
We gotta go back over by that shop, I think. That's where Zulk got his brain working again.
I mean, that's where Zolk got his brain taken away from him, but okay.
I
He was slightly
mean-
to the left, he was fine.
Yeah.
Just finesse. Something barbarians are well known for.
Absolutely. Like a uniball ballerina.
If no one else has anything they're doing, Skuttz will slowly wander out of the forge while she's holding Nadryn up in the air and wiggling around gently.
I'm just gonna go kind of limp and just wave with it. Wee.
Oh, in the carrier you go. She just drops you in the rope carrier in front.
So, does anyone else want anything to do with the forge before you head off? And where are you heading to?
We gotta go tell Nadryn's dad we did the thing. We're the good dudes. We're doing it.
So I plan you all want to go back
Yeah.
to Nadryn's family home.
Unless somebody else wants to go somewhere else.
Sounds
All
like
right.
Nadryn's family home
Busy
tonight.
tying my shoes on.
I think everybody's in the corner of the map there. So it's been a good few hours since you set up. Still the same day as far as you're aware, although this far beneath the waves, it's hard to tell day and night. There's no issues as you swim your way back to Olanta. It's not that far. The sea scorpions that were feeding on the vents are just gorging themselves on the bodies of the sea spawn and the like, and pay you no mind whatsoever. So it is a fairly uneventful swim back to the set of homes that Nadryn grew up in.
So peaceful. Sogeg just sort of dusts his claws off. Well, might want to stop him. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
Ah,
Guts is just completely exhausted. And she's gonna drag Nadryn inside. Come on, Mr. Purbles. Come on, Sogeg.
so you make your way inside the modest home of Nadryn's parents, where Veldus, Nadryn's father, is on his own working through seemingly a large amount of like parchments, or at least sort of this sea-friendly paperwork or bureaucracy, essentially. Just tools, writing implements, all sorts of things, just all splayed out over this desk as he's working away.
Guts is going to walk right up to him, take Nadryn out of the little rope carrier in front, and set her right down in front of him. Here's your kid. We got your forge. I'm taking a nap. And she just like collapses and starts snoring. Because she took a level of exhaustion.
I think most of you did. Nadryn, sweet, what's happened? Why are you all so injured? I told you not to go near the forge. It was dangerous. I didn't want to see any of you get hurt.
He's caught a mean case of the poo-brain. There was nothing we could do. I'll hide all of my my paladin spells real quick, but there was nothing.
He goes in close to Nadryn and gives you sort of a pat down, kind of trying to work out what's happened to you. Did any of you see what happened? What caused my darling to be like this?
I think it was the bloodlust, honestly.
I need to turn you up a little. Gaz.
There was a mean frog. There was a tide pool. She went down. Wait, where was it, Neil? A lot happened, and then she was like doing weird stuff. Noodly. I don't know. She goes back to sleep.
With this wave of information from multiple of you, you all try and explain the situation in your own vague ways. You do see a quite significant reaction from him when Bennett mentions Hydraloth. Wait. Are you certain it was one of those monsters? A Hydraloth?
Certain. 99.5%.
He looks just stunned that such a horrible creature could have not only found its way into Sacred Olantin, but for some reason wanted to overtake his forge. And would be so daring as to directly injure his daughter.
Just remind me again, what was the Ichthys? Was the Ichthys like the sea Sogeg?
Yes, this was the
Points to the big claw
Sogeg,
things.
Yeah. The Ichthys there was working with it. We don't think of its own free will, but nevertheless it was. Have any idea how a Hydroloth made its way into your forge?
I have only ever heard stories of them. You say that Lusker, he was an ass, he's a rival, but I respected him as a fellow smith. He was under its influence. Is he okay? Did you manage to rescue him?
Well,
Cheapest the claws a bit. I'm gonna be tactful. Tuck them back a bit.
Bennett's just like scratching the side of his head and kicking the ground a bit. It's just like, well, no.
Define save.
I mean,
Look,
in a sense,
we had a
we
game
saved him
moment.
from a fate worse than death. But no, I mean, if you mean is he living? No, he's not. He's gone.
That's a good one. Can vouch for that.
Well, a truly regrettable loss. The knowledge he had. He was younger than me. He had a lot to learn, but there was so much potential. And to have been led astray and been unsavable. He sort of trails off, sort of overwhelmed by all of this, before he returns his attention to Nadryn. There's nothing.
At this point,
Okay.
At this point, I will have gotten the sword out and started like randomly swinging it around.
Oh, did you took the sword? I know
Yeah.
someone took the urchin spine sword.
It was me.
Okay. He very, very cautiously takes the sword out of your hand to stop you from poking your eye out with it. Just easy now.
I'm just gonna look really sad. My sword.
There's nothing I can do. But if you all rest up, when my wife gets home, we might be able to bring some specialist help. It looks, first of all, it looks at the sword, sort of, with a strange mix of emotions. You can't quite tell. There's definitely his relationship with that sword is complicated, to say the least. Although the details of which would require an insight check, if anyone wants to do that. Otherwise, he's essentially giving you a place to take a long rest, have something to eat while you wait for somebody to come in and try and restore Nadryn's mind.
I'll hold any questions until after a long rest.
Yeah, I'll give you at least the impression you got from the way he sort of is acting around the sword. You can tell that he's proud. This sort of very clearly made by him, or at least made by somebody he knows or respects. But it's heavily conflicted with this guilt. There's a lot of guilt that he seems to see while being very delicate with this sword. Any other immediate questions for Veldis, Nadryn's father, before you snack down on some food and take a nice long rest that I'm sure you need?
While the others were conflabbing, let's try in the background, trying to make a new batch of Sogeg signed javelins, but with the claws of the Ichthon. I just like to try and just trying to figure them out. Just using the edge of the claw just to scribe in some Sogeg symbols.
They're hard to use considering you are trying to manipulate limbs that aren't attached to anything, that aren't yours. They're not really designed as tools.
Yeah.
But you definitely feel like envious of them. You should have these claws, not some upstart crabsmith.
I think that goes without saying, really. I think everyone agrees with that. I'll walk over to Nadryn Dad and sort of not really reading the room, still not quite sure how that fight was that bad. Everyone bled, and that seemed like the right thing to do.
Including
I just hand him
Pogeg
one of
almost died.
Including Pogeg. Sogeg's proud of little bleeder. Did good, Pogeg.
Although technically he didn't bleed, he inhaled poison and immediately dropped.
Yeah, he just sort of rotted from the insides.
Although he did also get a
just
natural
pass over
20 on his
one of my,
death save, so he came back pretty strong.
He did.
Too.
He doesn't do much other than not die. That's kind of his whole
He's
shtick.
pretty good.
I'll pass over one of my freshly scribed javelins to Nadryn Dad and just say, a welcome gift. Your daughter is what us royals of Akros would call quality cannon fodder. It is a noble accolade, one that you should have such a fine gift for your house. I know that you're a fine blacksmith. I hope that you will appreciate the craftsmanship of my fine javelin. And I sort of swivel it around to show the little scrawling Sogeg signature.
Okay. He looks at it with utter confusion because he cannot see whether or not you're being sarcastic or serious, and doesn't want to offend you or any of Nadryn's friends, but also doesn't want to fall for a joke or, as I say, think it's a joke when you're being serious. So he essentially rolled his insight check and he failed it.
Yeah. I say maybe he notices that I have a mounted ballista on my back and about 3 20-foot long piercing weapons at this point. And I seem to always glow red.
This Isn't is this
Take
the
my
highest
javelin.
quality of javelin that the Acroans can make?
Oh, I really don't want to do the Acroans dirty, but Sogeg just yes. This is the base was mortal. We call them muggles, muggle made, but the tuning, the hue, and the temper is the finest blessings of the Crowan royalty.
He takes it in his hands, weighs it, sort of tries to get a good feel for it before throwing it out of a window and embedding it in a small rock outside. Although you can see that
I clap.
didn't go as on target as you would have thought. That there's very clearly a space where it would have been a more perfect hit, but it seems to have gone off quite a bit to one side. It's acceptable if you're fighting in the air. But down here, we use something a bit more streamlined. And has a poke around before digging out from a sort of small sort of cupboard, essentially. These are far from my best work, but useful for the occasional home defense if a shark or a dolphin gets a little too curious, and passes you an Olantin spear. Or a lantern javelin, sorry.
I take it clutched and sort of very just almost scarily close to humble grabbing it. I just thank him deeply for his
be
gift.
a lot heavier than the javelin you're used to. It's not made of wood at all, and seems to almost be almost like a natural growth, like something was sort of grown in a particular way to grow in a javelin-like shape before being harvested and then
Pointy, I'm
tempered.
happy.
We'll work out the actual details of what it does later. But yeah, you've got yourself an Olantin javelin.
A hearty laugh, I would say. Then to fine eatings we must get to, as I will pull out the unprepared sea scorpion from my pocket, and I will clatter it onto
That's
the
been
table.
in your pocket for
A
about 3
feast!
days.
A feast for the
Wait,
ages.
Didn't you use that for the Hero's Feast?
Yes.
Oh, you're correct. Yes. Get rid of that. Did we? Oh no, we did. Then I pull out a sweet nothing. And go,
You pull out the shell of a sea scorpion.
I'm fresh out of meat. All my spoiled meat's gone.
If only you'd remembered to get some from all of the demons and zombies you were fighting. Or the crab that you took. You've got the meat inside the crab claws.
Don't even. I will not give in to cannibalism. You can't eat me.
Again. Okay. So, you settle down, it's quite a simplistic meal. Although Nadryn, it is nostalgic to have your dad's home cooking for the first time in a while since you've been travelling. Go ahead and give yourselves a long rest, restore any abilities that come back with long rests, and this is also a time where you can change any epithets around if you want to. You could also change around your party epithet if you want to. You're currently using the, I think it's Divine Gamblers. It's the gambling one for sure, I know that.
Yeah, Divine Gamblers.
Yeah.
We actually used it yet.
No, but considering you've had good dudes for almost a year and used it once, we'll say.
Yeah, we gotta use them more.
Divine Gamblers is the one that doesn't require everyone else to also agree to use it. So it should be a little bit easier to think, whereas the others you have to sort of work together to use them, which, while
Saying
possible,
that,
could be a bit awkward.
Eternal champions where you get to have advantage on death saving throws might be handy for this party.
It might be.
No, we got to gamble, surely.
Give yourselves a nice rest. You'd also lose at least a point of exhaustion. If you've got more than the one, it'll go down by one.
Is it half of max hit dice
You
as
get
well?
half of your hit dice back as well.
Ooh.
Have we got any epithet changes, or are you all sticking to the ones you've already got?
Sticking with it for now.
I'm gonna stick to what I've got. It's also not letting me change our tokens' health.
These tokens have been a bit awkward. I don't know why. To be fair, as long as you can move them around, it's fine. And if you update the health on your character sheet, at the very least, it should track over. I don't imagine you're going to start murdering each other while having a sleep in Nadryn's childhood bed. You never know with this
Might
party,
be.
but it's unlikely. I wouldn't put money on it.
All out duel in my bedroom.
The closest would be a couple of arm wrestling matches, but... So, are you doing anything while taking this rest? Anyone want to do anything? Ask any questions? Investigate at all? Or you just getting in what sleep you can, patching up your wounds, and then getting ready for the new day?
Gotta have that 8 hours a day.
Beauty sleep.
Got to patch up the full health.
To be fair, you did just have a short rest where you used almost all of your hit dice.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we probably find a way to fix Nadryn.
as you rest up and eat your hearty meal, two more Tritons arrive. One that you recognise, being Amathe, which is Nadryn's mother, as well as at first glance, a spitting image of Nadryn herself, just maybe a couple of years older.
Hello.
Thank you, Sogeg.
Sogeg goes back to signing his spears.
So, after the fellas informs them of the situation, this Nadryn doppelganger comes up to you, Nadryn, who you would recognise immediately as Delrin, your older sister and priestess of Thassa. Who, again, it gives you a similar sort of once-over that your dad did, just trying to look for any emergency injuries and stuff like that, before placing a palm on either of your temples and reciting a few prayers to Thassa in Aquan. As she casts greater restoration on you and restores your memories. And the ones that seem to flash back the most distinctly, the ones that you realise were missing, In fact, give me an insight check to see if you know all of them or just a few of them.
Insight. Okay.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
all of them. You notice that, well, a lot of your short-term memories of stuff over the past couple of years all flood back. The ones from earlier seem to all relate to the times you visited your father's forge, the times he made you things like toys, holy symbols, weapons, and your parting gift, your trident. All were memories that were very clearly stolen, and thanks to this great restoration, returned at least to you.
So, the memories that got taken were mostly involving the forge.
Mostly involving the forge. Anytime you were exploring it, anytime you were watching your dad create something or trying to make something yourself, including the making of your trident.
Okay. It's, something to note.
Well, with mind restored, the Valseth family, the Nadryn's family, to sort of fuss quite a bit over Nadryn and Neil, of course, because he was a good boy and he also got injured. In ways families tend to do. So now that Nadryn, you have your memories back and your mind back, and everyone else has had the chance to have some sleep, unless there's something particular you'd want to discuss with Nadryn's family before the new day starts.
Only question is, so have the Hydroloths, you seemed to instantly know of the Hydroloths, and they seemed strangely obsessed with your forge. Have they tried to come this way before? Is this part of some other plot?
Are you asking that to Nadryn's father?
Yes.
I've never actually seen or met a Hydroloth. I've heard stories about these fiendish deal makers beneath the waves that promise you the world and take away your mind. I thought they were a story, but, well, you know how stories can end up coming back to bite you.
Can definitely confirm, not a story.
It may have started as a story. You know what happens to stories in Theros.
Interesting.
But no, I have never dealt with them before. How it managed to get its claws into my friend, I just don't know.
I've got his claws in me. Heyo. I think that. I don't say it out loud. Sogeg smiles at his witty
So
joke.
only Zolk got to hear that joke with his brain reading powers.
I will side glance to Zolk. Does Zolk react to me at all?
He'll be laughing to himself, yes.
Sogeg's very proud of himself. The rat lives one more day. One more day he lives.
Oh, those guys sound cool and all, totally, but like, have you heard anything about my granny's sister?
I'm sorry. I don't think I've seen any of your species down here before, so I wouldn't know if any of your kind are around.
No, she doesn't look like me. She's like Have you seen a mountain? Or like mushrooms? Or she likes eating small children. Are there any clusters of those? Maybe her sister has the same taste in food. Skuttz gets lost in thought.
Only the most terrible of evil monsters would eat the children of Olantin. And we do tell stories to keep children in line. At least try to. As he gives Nadryn a sly glance.
Pretend I'm not paying attention. I haven't noticed.
Oh, that method worked for Granny for years. I'm well behaved.
We tell of the
I'm
monsters of the
gonna write
deep
down a
abyss.
quick note. Try children. Taste good.
We tell of the monsters of the deep abyss, the great krakens, and their mother that sends them out into the waves to collect small boys and girls that wander too far from their parents' watch. Fables, at least in that extent, but no Triton is stupid enough to go into those depths, as monsters bigger than islands exist down there.
He ain't no
that's
Tritons.
I guess which way to the deepest trench?
I
We'll
already
maybe...
regret sending you to the forge and seeing you get so injured. By the waves, I will not send you into those dark.
You're not sending me. Granny wants me to go see her sister. Goofball. She like smacks him playfully on the back. She's my auntie.
Overhearing this conversation, Delrin, Nadryn's older sister and priestess of Thassa, seems to... You can see the cogs turning in her mind. You're looking for a way to go to the abyss.
That sounds about right, yeah.
I've been trying to get down there for weeks. Our queen went down on her seasonal pilgrimage down there and has not returned. And she doesn't usually take this long, and the waves showed me this terrible image of what might have happened. I have been pleading with our council to send me and our guards to go and rescue, but they have shot me down every time. You are not of Olantin. Well, most of you aren't. And I'm sure we can convince the council that you took Nadryn against her will to go and save our queen. If I can help... If I can help you get to the deep, can you find Queen Kiora and bring her back?
Yeah, if it's along the way, I don't see why not. She just like looks at everybody else. We're already going.
Let's give a bit of a shrug, just like, yeah.
You want us to come back with some snacks?
I want you to come back with your lives.
Definitely a visible look of confusion on Sogeg right now. I still don't get what this danger is everyone's talking about. It seems Blood's not supposed to be in you. How have they not figured this out in the water? It's supposed to be outside.
Then why do you have blood inside you?
It is my curse. Actually, Sogeg looks quite angry at that. Just like almost
Genuinely
like,
wounded.
you've really sort of poked an insecurity in Sogeg.
1d4 psychic
He
damage.
just looks. His fringe once again. Jim Gegg's fringe once again swings across an eye. My curse. For I am demoned with too much blood in my body.
Oh, is that why your legs are so skinny too? She just gives him a big, friendly, hug. Okay, Sogeg. Your curse doesn't mean anything. You'll just be the best champion Mogus ever had.
Sogeg nods. A strong nod, but you'd notice that the ichthyn claws are sort of drooped over his legs now to try and show, try and disguise a bit.
Look.
It's the water. I'm atrophying.
No. Look, if there's one thing I've found in my wandering, it's that just because something's big and muscly doesn't mean that something smaller can't be stronger. I saw when we were in that one town with Frankos, this little scrawny guy, he picked up a big thing and I was like, how'd you do that? And he was like, just a power lifter, bro.
Sogeg's lost. He's
Your
so
legs
lost.
may be small, but they're very wrong. And she just pats them because they're literally made of hard shell.
I think
She's
you and
not very
Granny
good
are
at-
too scholarly for my folk. You speak too wise a word.
I don't know.
I
if she
fear
understands.
I'm too simple. Too simple to understand. But one day I'll be buff and I won't have to understand.
I don't understand how small muscles can be stronger. We just have to keep getting bigger muscles.
That is always the
Yes.
solution. There is no problem that
Okay.
can't be solved with bigger muscles.
So how can we use our muscles to get down to the abyss?
We could pick it up and bring it to where we are.
And then we wouldn't have to walk so far, but only the one time. Sogeg, you're a genius.
I'm scrolling
Somebody
notes
help the
down
two
very
idiots.
quickly.
Delrin
I say,
just gives Nadryn a just utterly baffled look of, is this what all surface folk are like?
how are you alive?
Not all surface folk, just these ones.
Just the good ones.
I don't know about.
Can we borrow that big, glowy, see-through whale?
If I can take your word that you will find her and return, I might be able to pull some strings in the priesthood of Thassa and potentially get you access to a transport down there. One
Did you
of
say
the
I
raw
have to return it?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's not part of the deal.
preferably. It may take a few days to get everything in place, and we're going to need to be a bit secret about this. The
We'll sneak the
council
big whale.
have been decrying that everything is fine. There is no problem, and the Queen will return when she's ready, but she has never taken this long in her pilgrimage. And I see omens in the waves. There's terrible things either have happened or are due to.
Just
I
to
think
clarify,
you being here proves that Thassa herself wills us to go. Wills you to go.
Not in agreement, but just this is pure formality. It doesn't correlate to any other quest we were sent on. But does that bring her back dead or partially disembodied? On a scale
Preferably
of
alive.
all in one piece.
As
I
many
note it down on a
pieces
piece
that
of paper.
remain.
Oh.
Preferably
Interesting.
just the one, which is all of her.
God, it's pure formality, pure formality. We just need to know.
So, have you got any other questions for Delrin about this particular quest she has given you? Or
Could-
any further questions for Nadryn's parents while you're here? Obviously, you can come back to her for a bit, but you will have a couple days. If you want to take on this quest, you can have a couple of days to prepare,
Yeah.
because they need to try and get things ready and try and get transport for you, see if she can get access to one of the rock walls that got you here in the first place.
Bennett had
It's
some
definitely
follow-up
customary.
questions.
Go on, Bennett.
Just about the Hydroloth in the forge. You know, I mean, it can't have just got in there with just.
Who are
the
you
Ichthys helping it.
asking these questions to? You've got
Probably
Nadryn's,
more directed at Nadryn's dad.
Nadryn's dad. He, from what he was saying before, he's never seen or interacted with a Hydroloth before. He always thought they were, children's stories to try and be wary of who you make a deal with, essentially. So the fact that
Who
one,
did you make a deal with?
I mean, like I said, he's never seen or interacted with one. So the fact that his rival had not only met one, but made a deal with one and got burned is shocking. He does seem quite genuine in his shock.
And the sword that you took from Nadryn yesterday, you had a look about that sword. What's special about that sword?
It
Ooh.
was the last thing that I had forged. It was a experiment. We had found this type of urchin that created a toxin that could save lives. And we thought, what better of a way to prevent needless death than to arm our military with non-lethal weapons? But it was in the crafting of this sword that caused the jealousy to fester in Luska.
See, being a tool of death, Bennett is just literally, his brain is hurting right now. I think non-lethal weapons.
Yeah,
What?
the idea is, wait, you stab someone and they don't die?
So wait, what? God, Nadryn's brain was full. We should have just stabbed it. It would have made it better.
The Hydroloth was using that sword though.
The Hydroloth was using that sword.
Why was the Hydroloth using a non-lethal weapon? And did it know it was a non-lethal weapon?
That is a good
I think
question.
it was trying to steal us.
Although,
And
who
have
may
we
have the
gone-
answer? Probably
And
already
have
dead.
we gone fucked up here because we kind of fought a thing that had a non-lethal weapon? I think
Well,
we
the
all
thing
need to
itself
take a long,
certainly
hard
wasn't
look at
non-lethal.
ourselves.
He offers the sword to whoever in the party wishes to take it.
Yeah, Bennett takes it, and then he goes, "I wonder what this feels
a
like." And
sword.
I just lightly stab myself, and then pull it out again, and I'm like, "Oh,
It
Jesus, is this what I've been doing to people?" Fucking hell.
definitely hurts. But you see that it doesn't seem to bleed heavily from it. that even with quite a deep wound, as soon as you pull the sword out, the blood clots quite quickly and starts to sort of stop heavily bleeding very quickly. It's not magical as such, but it seems to be that there is a toxin or a venom within it that seems to immediately sort of clot the blood near the entry wound that stops it from letting someone bleed out from it. You could probably do lethal damage with it if you really tried, but a generic slash or stab with it will hurt like shit, but if you drop someone to 0 with it, essentially they would immediately be stabilized.
Bennett's slightly freaked out. We just, somebody take this off me, please. This is right.
Crime against death.
Ew.
Skuttz will take it.
Unless anyone else wants it. Skuttz, are you taking the urchin spine short sword?
I mean, she's holding it physically. If someone else like wants it from Skuttz, they can. Otherwise, it's probably gonna go in the bag.
Or you're gonna send it to Granny?
Hide that evil item.
It sounds like something she'd love. Honestly, it's perfect for Granny.
I don't think I've made a handout for it, but I know what the stats are because the Hydroloth had it.
I vote give it back to Nadryn's dad if it's something that he's proud of. Bennett's not a complete monster. I'm not going to take his work off.
Listen, he's proud of it, but he as far as he's aware, the creating of this sword is what drove his rival, his friend, into the arms of the Hydroloth and caused all of this shit to happen.
It's all your fault.
Pretty much. Or at least that's how he feels.
It's not your fault. You can't control the actions of others.
Wise words. If only they were as easy to believe.
Don't be ashamed of being good at what you do.
Bennett speaking from experience there.
Well, recently.
What I said.
Prior to that, it was pretty crap. What we did.
So you're returning the urchin sword back to Veldis, Nadryn's dad.
I'll hand it back to him, but
Okay.
if he wants to give it to anybody,
I mean,
that's his choice.
he's offering it to the party if anybody wants to use it. To him, it's still an inherently good thing. It's just got some bad memories attached to it now, because as I say, it is a technically non-lethal weapon.
So cool, and it's so well crafted. And can I have it? Your work. I'm such a big fan of your work. I know I met you like 48 hours ago or less, but
Unless anyone else wants to take it, Skuttz, you can have the urchin spine short sword. Are you keeping it, or are you putting it in the bag?
I am going to keep it. It took me all of my brain cells to spark and like connect the thought that I can use it for the Pokeball effect for catching creatures.
That's
to send to
also
Granny.
true.
Yeah.
You could also
won't be
use
dead.
it as an emergency heal in the sense that if somebody's down and bleeding out, you can
Can't-
stab them, cause an automatic fail, but immediately stabilize them. So unless they are already have failed 2
One
death
fail away.
saves,
Okay.
if you can actually stabilize someone with it.
This seems handy enough.
So
It might.
I don't have, like I said, I don't have the handout for it, but I will let you know what it, because it's a non-magical weapon, even though it's got an ability to them. So it's a normal short sword, so doing 1d6 piercing damage, does an additional 4d6 poison damage And if the damage reduces a creature to 0 hit points, that creature is stable but poisoned for an hour even after regaining hit points and is paralyzed while poisoned this way.
Gosh. Oh, right.
That's a pretty cool sword.
So it hits pretty hard. And as I say, it's if you want to keep something alive to steal it, it would help.
Skuttz just starts trying to tie it to her horn with some rope.
I'm surprised you're not tying it to the end of the granny stick.
Ooh. Well, she's gonna start trying to tie it to various things.
Use
see
it.
where it's...
You've currently got the axe head at the end of the granny stick, but you could turn it into a halberd by putting the short sword at the top and then using it as a big spear.
Even more reach.
Oh god, why did I say that?
Yeah, she'll start sitting there tying it on with her axe head. If we're hanging out here for a minute and everyone's talking, that's what she's probably gonna mess around doing then.
Give me a survival check.
Alright. She like just grunts and like tugs on the... Oh, I guess I closed my character sheet. There is no shortcut. Haha. And she like gives it that final tug.
And it's pretty well secure. You can tell that it's been literally strapped to the end of a log, but it's on there. It's on there enough. So I'll add its rule to your granny stick essentially. So when you hit with the granny stick, it can also add the poison if you want to. Because that's not broken.
I'll say that seems excessive, but she'll pat it proudly. If it's too much, it can break.
It'll be one or the other of the. It'll be you can use the granny stick with all the siege attacker and bonus stuff from it normally, or you could use the alternate option for that. So it's depending on which extra bonuses you want. I'll do it that way. So
Okay.
In the
Pick
same
and
way, it's
choose
like a
rather than
versatile
attack.
thing. You can attack one-handed or two-handed. It would be similar to that.
Okay. Sweet.
But I'll need
She
reminding to
looks
do it before
across
next
the
week.
way at Nadryn's dad and gives him just the biggest thumbs up at her like total hack job.
He's looking at you with a mix of that same pride and shock of, wow, Nadryn made some friends with some fellow creative types, and oh god, is that what they'd call making a weapon on the surface? Okay.
Yeah, just wait till you get hit upside in the face with it.
Yeah, there's that. It may not look the nicest, but it will hit hard.
When I was stupid, did I like was Sogeg sneaky in trying to take the metal and like measuring it up against Pogeg's feet?
Oh no,
They're
no,
literally
that was
tied
awesome.
to his feet right now, still,
Literally
aren't
tied to his
they?
feet right now, so yeah, it's not subtle.
His
in the
feet are literally
slightest.
sticking out of my pockets with 2 ingots on them.
Sogeg, why don't you ask my dad to make Pogeg some shoes? Since you've tried, but I'm sure he could make a much better job of it than you.
Sogeg surprised you didn't think of that. As he looks to the man, I just sort of look to Pogeg's feet sticking out of a pocket and look to him and just say, are you a shoemaker?
I'm not really a cobbler, but when it comes to making armor, I can certainly make a decent attempt.
I mean, I guess it's just armor for your feet.
Pretty much, basically, if it's made out of metal and sea stuff, he can make it. But making shoes out of leather and that, not really.
Honestly, if you just put a hole in these that he could put his feet in, I'd be pretty happy.
They won't be very comfortable or easy to take on and off if we leave them as one solid piece.
You're okay with that, Pogeg, right?
It
And
depends on
move Pogeg's head up and down.
it depends on the strength of protection you want from these boots. If we shape them to his foot, they'll never come off, but they will be as strong as possible. Or we can make them in pieces so that he can actually tie them together and have some comfort.
I'll let Pogeg decide. Pogeg, which do you want? He actually asked for the pieces, and he asked if you could make them as thin as possible.
So
Sleek
as
shoes.
light and breezy as possible.
Yes.
Okay.
Really, it's more for style than for damage. To which Sogeg looks begrudgingly annoyed that he allowed Pogeg to have an opinion.
Is it just the booties you want? No other armor?
Oh, no,
Okay.
just the booties.
He will, in appreciation for you liberating his forge, in the time that Delrin's looking for methods of transport, he will return to the forge and do his best to reward you with some bronze shoes.
Thank you.
Anything else with Nadryn's family, and anything else you particularly want to do during this bit of downtime as you prepare to go into the deep abyss?
Do we want to? It's fairly customary for us to be screamed at before on a grand adventure. Perhaps we want to be screamed at first. Nadryn, your sister be all right to give us the customary healing of us when we go inevitably poo-brained? As is tradition.
It
I mean,
depends on how poo-brained you get. I only have so many spell slots.
how much poo-brain can you fix?
Let me actually have a look
You don't
at how
even
much
know.
poo-brain she can actually fix.
Alright, if I go first and then I get cured, I can put the rest.
Okay. So she can cast Greater Restoration twice.
Oh,
Oh, that's not much
we'll share the
poo-brain
wealth.
fixing.
Yeah.
You get the
it'll
same.
be enough.
Other ways to heal is what does this one do as well? She can cast heal and she can cast regenerate. So in an absolute emergency, she might be able to help, but yeah, limited.
I promise we have to do this before we go on any adventure. It is very much tradition. You don't want to hurt tradition.
Oh god, you immediately made me think of you guys trying to steal the screamer just to before you go out. Anyway, you're gonna fish it out of Granny's bag, have it scream at you for a bit, then put it back.
I mean,
Like a slip. That sounds like a slippery slip. That sounds like it should be a PSA for something. That's how it all
I
begins.
mean, I think we need to maybe debate which pet needs to go, and we just replace it with a
Just
screamer.
adopt the screamer.
Ah!
so what do you think about the situation? Just ask the screamer what decisions to make.
Always
I
gets
do
it
want to
right.
hear the screamer again, though. I want to hear the screamer again
Are
so
you
bad.
heading back to the marketplace?
Gotta be.
Okay.
I mean, I won't say this out loud, but let's be real. The envoy's already dead. We're only going to find certain pieces. We might as well get screamed at.
I mean, we still have to wait for, what, 3 days?
Yeah, you've got about 3 or 4
Exactly, yeah.
days while Nadryn's older sister tries to sort out transport and her
That's
father
6
sorts out.
poo-brain she can fix.
I mean, that is distracting her from finding your transport, so the more poo-brain she has to fix, the longer it'll take, which means the more poo-brain she'll have to fix.
You get a little boat.
We found how the campaign ends. We never leave the city.
We just
Ultimate
decide
trap.
to live here and retire in peace.
So, you
Skuttz is gonna bury.
swim on back to the marketplace, which looks about as similar as where you last left it. The only notable difference is the amount of additional security in the form of two large Shahugan blocking off what used to be what watches up.
They
Awesome
find
sauce.
his vacation note we left, right? See you later. Went to go visit the land. Bye.
Did you leave a note?
I don't think we did.
No, I don't
We
think you
should.
did. You just stuffed him in the bag, stole something, and ran away.
Let's get our stories straight, okay? Wasn't our fault. You wanted to go adventuring.
I mean, I can always try to get him to come back from his vacation. I'm sure he'll be super happy.
I think we just ignore the situation, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's the best
I'm
bet.
sure it won't come back to bite you any time again.
We let it play out.
He went on his own voluntarily. He's having a great time. I'm gonna get some more starfish.
Rules is written, yeah, that is true. Technically, yes, he went on his own accord because you told him something different.
No, we made a trade. I said if you help me stay down here in the water, you can go
You
in the hole
weren't
and
technically
there's
lying.
land. I was not lying. I just forgot about the part that it's a hag's
You just
lair.
held back a lot of the truth.
It's not that you forgot, you just didn't tell him.
Well, it's Granny. Like, she doesn't really think of it being a thing. Like,
Nightmarish, yeah.
yeah.
He's pretty
Oh.
badass.
So, now you've returned to the market. There are the 4 shops you can go into. There is the Quick Shark Armory, the Streams of Steam Spa, the Ocean's Bounty, and the one that was written in Abyssal that was essentially secrets and spells. Who wants to go
Oh,
first?
you know it.
I'll go to any shop that sells health potions.
The spa was where Skuttz got some health potions last time. Had
From
to sell
Spa?
the snail, which is this one here.
Yeah, there's
I'm
just
gonna
a
go with-
spa down here now.
I'm going with
Get
Bennett
everywhere.
so I can check on Charlie.
Are you going in as well? You don't see Charlie anywhere, but you do see. It is a different Shahugan this time. Just sort of bathing in the warm steam and the heavily salted waters. Welcome to the Streams of Steam. Come and take a load off and relax.
One health potion, please.
Any particular strength you're looking for?
I don't know what have you got. I mean, anything between the 5% and 10% mark is usually pretty good.
We've got potions of healing, potions of greater healing, potions of superior healing. Depends on what your vibe is, man.
Do you have? I know this is a long shot, but do you happen to have a potion of immortality?
Immortality's overrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Not It's not what I usually hear from the people that I deal with. But I'll just take one regular health potion, and if it's affordable, a couple of potions of greater healing.
The standard potions of healing will be 5 shells, and potions of greater healing will be 15
Shells.
shells.
Got about that.
What's that in gold pieces?
We don't
Sorry, I'm foreign. I'm not from these
take
parts.
gold pieces. They tend to offend the water. Any treasure down here that belongs to Thasser, and we take the ocean's currency. You'd need somebody that really cared about the surface to take any gold off you. But he
Can
seems
you
to have
give
gone
me
on a
10 or 15
walkabout.
minutes? You just give me 10 or 15 minutes, I'll just go and pick shells.
Okay. You stay chill, brother.
Yeah.
Fucking shells.
It's all right, yeah. I just go outside and I pick shells for 10 or 15 minutes. And I just...
There's not really that many around. Almost like, hey, it's a currency. They're not just going to be left hanging about outside.
Yeah, the fuckers.
Well,
Do you want some shells?
Yes, please.
How many do you need?
Whatever he just said. 35, I think it was.
35, yeah.
All right, yeah, you can have 35 shells.
Okay,
Oh my
so
word.
What is that?
Loaded
Shells
with
you have
shells.
left.
What
After
does that
that-
work out at in gold pieces? I'll give you those gold pieces.
Yes.
yeah, you
How
haven't
many-
quite
how many
worked out what that currency conversion is because you got rid of the bank before you could try.
We didn't get rid of, we moved the bank.
We
And
own
then
the
Zolk robbed the bank.
I mean, the shells, you'd get them with googly eyes on them for like £1 at most places. So what must it be? Like 35 shells is a silver piece? I don't know.
Who knows how the economy of Orlando
5
works?
coppers? Who knows?
Yeah,
Well,
Skuttz most definitely didn't fuck that one up for everyone. Sorry.
I just got to remind you of the consequences of your actions.
I don't know the consequences of my own actions.
All right.
The true villain of the Theros campaign.
Ourselves.
Your own actions.
Damn us.
Yeah,
It's
no, that's
it's
exactly
all-
how we got to the Oni.
This whole campaign is basically just a big long lesson in accountability.
You're not wrong.
I ain't learned nothing.
So,
I never will.
how many potions of healing and greater healing were you trying to get?
2 greater, 1 regular.
Yeah, then it'd be 35.
Yeah, 35 shells. That's fine.
If you go into items and then consumables, there's the potion of healing and potion of greater healing there. That's the descriptions of them. So potion of
Yeah,
healing is 2d4 plus 2. Potion of greater
Yeah, I
healing
remember
is
that one.
4d4 plus 4.
44 plus. That's fine, yeah. I've added them.
Okay. Anyone else getting some? Speaking of consumables, we need to roll some addiction tests. I need Skuttz and Zolk, I believe, are the 2 that are addicted to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot you got addicted again.
Okay. I need to open up what you're addicted to.
It's Nadryn's fault. She
Not
told me
my
to brew the
fault.
leaves.
Where do you
I
get the
didn't tell
plus?
you to drink
you get
it.
do you get the plus
Fair.
1 from the granny stick? Is that? Does it give you a plus 1 to
I think
consos?
so.
'Cause that's what it's showing when I'm hovering over it.
Yeah, plus 1 to Granny's
To your,
stick, global
your
save
spell
modifier.
save DC and saving throws. Yeah, holy shit. I didn't
Okay.
realize I wrote that. Then, yeah, you pass. You don't get a level of exhaustion from your addiction because it is an 18 to beat.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Zulk, you gain a level of exhaustion as your desire for beast breath just sort of tugs at you.
Yay.
You couldn't get addicted to the thing that I can make more of twice, but you get addicted to the random thing you only have one bottle.
No, he had 2 bottles of it. He drank the first one, got
Oh,
addicted, and then managed to wean himself off it. Drank the second one and got addicted again.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Like he chose to drink it again, knowing he only had the one bottle. I love it.
It worked,
Maybe
didn't it? We got our castle.
So, a creature with addiction must consume a number of doses of the intoxicant per day equal to the number of times they have failed their addiction save. So, going forward, you'd need to drink 2 to either pass it or fail this save. And if you don't, yeah, you gain a level of exhaustion. You can cure addiction with effects that heal the poisoned condition. If only you had a way to do that.
Hold on a minute. Poison. Specifically poison.
Specifically the poisoned condition. I wonder why I wrote it like that.
That's unfortunate, that. Sorry, Zolt.
Yeah.
You see Sogeg hold hands, and he's just like... I think Zolt needs to learn his lesson. Drugs aren't cool. I'm going to have one more day.
I beat you in an arm wrestle, you owe me.
Actually, you'd be
I
at disadvantage
will accept
because
an
of
arm
your
wrestle.
exhaustion gained from
Disadvantage
addiction.
versus disadvantage. I'll take a disadvantage versus disadvantage arm wrestle for me to save you from your own hubris.
Aren't you at neutral? Because
I
of
will
me?
be at neutral, actually.
You would be at neutral because of Zelk.
Yes.
Alright.
Go ahead and give me athletics checks. Oh,
I lost on purpose.
Oh my god!
I can't quite throw it.
I knew that was going to happen. Nothing else could have happened.
I punched the lion's hand in the face. There's your goddamn heel.
So you've reduced his addiction. Are you getting rid of his addiction entirely or reducing it? So he's currently at a 2nd level addiction. So
I'll give him 1. He's got to beat me in
Okay.
another arm wrestle to get the next one.
I have a banked favor from you.
Nah, they expire.
You weren't here.
I forgot. Quote, quote. Can't surely beat me in another arm wrestle.
Okay.
No. Oh, no.
By 1 again.
I lay on hands the next one,
Okay.
and in stern voice, I say, Zulk, no one hears of this, okay?
Zulk, you not only are no longer addicted to... you're just no longer addicted to breathe broth. You're still exhausted. You'll need to take a rest to get rid of that one. But
This is fine.
you are no longer addicted.
Sweet.
So, does anyone else want to do anything at the market?
Get my brain probed.
I was going to say that I'm sure you weren't here just to let Bennett buy some healing potions.
Well, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
So,
Gimme.
you make your way into the familiar darkened room where the colour seems to have been sapped from the walls, and this fleshy humanoid jellyfish that I will grab a picture for to remind everyone of.
Taking Pogeg in there too?
I politely put Pogeg outside. Pogeg does not need spells.
As you see the screamer turn its featureless face towards you, you hear in the back of your mind, "Ah!" I'm so glad I've got that as a
I'm
button
ready.
now.
I'm
So glad I
ready.
don't have to destroy my voice for that now. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
How?
Okay, give me a Arcana check, please.
I am not very intelligent.
Okay. You are deafened, but you retain your spell slots.
Yes.
Would you like to continue to be screamed at?
Oh, you know it.
Ah! Obviously, you can
I
hear
scream
Zolk
back.
laughing in the background. So the next one, actually, it wouldn't be a con save, but I will take that roll.
That's all right.
As it would be.
Charisma.
It would be charisma.
Oh my
So
god.
what's
I've
your
got +8 on
modifier to charisma? Is it more than 4?
+8.
Oh, okay.
So 21. Yes.
Right. So that's... I'll wait until you've decided to quit before I reveal what spells you get, but I think... Look at that one.
And I don't know when to stop pushing my luck as I stay.
Are you going to continue? Okay.
Yes.
As the
I won't
scream
be beat.
continues, a charisma saving throw. As you...
Like taking cake from a... Oh dear.
Okay.
You
You
intervention.
are paralyzed. Would you like to keep going? And because you succeeded one, would you like to let it further into your mind? So basically, for each time you succeed, you can go up a tier in how strong a spells it might be able to teach you. But the saving throw gets harder.
I will. But I'm hoping a concerned look to the outside.
Okay, so you're letting it go further into your mind.
Yeah, get in my brain.
Okay.
What's the worst that can happen?
I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm good at these. I am
Okay.
rolling dire.
You, as
My
it
brain.
screams into your brain, all thoughts and memory leave you, as you are feeble-minded.
Help! Help!
Would you like it to continue screaming at you?
I'm going to stop listening to it now. I'm not panicked.
You are
but I'm
paralyzed, so somebody needs to come
hoping
and
that someone
pull you
pulls
out.
me. Sogeg! I use my psychic bond with Sogeg. Sogeg!
Is anyone going to save Sogeg?
I've been watching. I'm just gonna go, Skuttz, quick! We need to get Sogeg out.
Oh, I was trying to find Charlie. She like runs out. What's up?
I'm just gonna put
Why
it
is
inside the
everyone-
shop.
She'll run in and pull Sogeg out.
Yeah, I won't make you
Why does
make
everyone like
tests,
this
mainly
jellyfish?
because it's Skuttz that dragging him.
Okay.
Yes, you managed to drag Sogeg out of the Screamer's lair. And Sogeg, you learn Leomund's tiny hut.
Yes!
Ooh.
Yes! I love Leon in his tiny hut, and I don't know if I can get in it.
It's a pretty tiny hut, and you're a pretty big scorpion.
In a very, very small hut. How?
Skuttz can't.
Oh no, 10 foot. 10 foot, I could do that. Just.
Yeah, but can you let
Skuttz,
anyone
like,
else in
taps on
it?
his helmet. Sogeg.
So Sogeg is
Sogeg.
paralyzed, deafened, and feeble-minded.
I'm too
I'm in a
small for
pretty cool
Skuttz to
pose,
try to shake him around for reception.
I'm
You would actually be able
definitely
to
in a
lift
cool
him because
pose.
it's count as one size bigger for lifting stuff, so you would actually be able to pick up Sogeg. You didn't.
Okay.
Bit
Skuttz
difficult
is doing
to
the same thing
pose.
she's done with everybody else.
Bit cumbersome,
Come
but
on, buddy.
not impossible.
It's worked every time so far, eventually. She thinks. Not really.
So, does anyone want to try and help Sogeg, or are you going to get more people screaming at you?
Sogeg will just jump in Sogeg's pocket. It just assumes. all is well.
Does Pogeg not want to learn some spells?
Pogeg can't know spells, but he's tempted.
Just because he can't know spells doesn't mean he can't cast them. You could use your story points to allow him to cast them.
Pogeg's going to look at Sogeg.
You could use
and
his
think,
loyalty points to cast them.
What would Master want? He tiptoes in. Hit me.
So, to begin with, as the screamer turns its featureless face towards Pogeg, and he hears the thunderous scream inside his mind, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, this is an issue.
Okay. I don't think he has spells at all, so I won't make him do the Arcana check. As he is deafened. Would you like?
As he hears the deafening, he swords to Sogeg. I'm going to go on my heel and balance precariously, as if if I was paralyzed, I'd fall out backwards. As I will stay, but I have very bad stats. Get a 2 on your 6. Get a 2 on your 6, and I'm golden.
So, is he staying?
He's staying.
Okay.
But on his heels, ready to fall backwards.
It's a charisma check.
Shit. He crits it.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Let's have a look. Oh, I think that one makes sense to me. He succeeds. Would you like him to continue to be screamed at? Would you like the screamer to go deeper into his mind? Would you like to go up to the next tier?
You know what? This goblin's confident. Go deeper in my mind.
Deeper in
If you just roll a 2, I have -1 or 0 to everything apart from one thing where I have +7.
Is an intelligence save.
Oh, he's intelligent though.
Okay.
It's not very.
He is paralyzed.
Would I was on my heels? Does he manage to fall backwards, or does he just sort of root in place?
Let's have a look.
Which way is the wind blowing?
The current seems to be pulling him almost towards the screamer.
No.
He remains on his feet. Would you like to stay there, or is somebody going to try and help Pogeg?
You want someone to
Okay,
help Pogeg?
Little, why are you doing it too? She just comes over and she grabs Pogeg.
This problem children today.
She's going to tie a little rope around his waist, like a little backpack. And then she's going to tie it to Sogeg so that he can't go anywhere.
We're pretty cool statues now.
Pogeg learns heroism.
Oh my god. That is actually really useful.
Without knowing this, she's just going to pose him very heroically on your little catapult launcher on your back. There you go, little guy.
On loyalty.
Yeah, I'll allow you to spend loyalty points in the same way as piety and story for companions to cast if you want to send your companions in there to learn spells.
Nice.
Just because it's fun. This mechanic is dumb and I love it.
It's okay, we won't roll well. Believe in you.
So, who's
next? Are you ready for this? 5 level 9 spells.
Well, does
I'm
anyone
next.
want to?
I'm going in next.
You're going in next. You've got
Yeah.
this.
At this point, when everybody taps out, I'm just gonna consider it the point at which Skuttz turns around and sees that somebody else has now walked in, and she's just like and like keeps pulling you guys out one after the other.
Okay, Nadryn, the screamer, almost nonplussed at this cavalcade of idiots coming in and out of its door, just continues to stare facelessly as it screams into your mind. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
You're +5.
Okay,
Nice.
give me. Actually, no, you wouldn't need to. So let's have a look. Let's say that one will do. Okay. Would you like it to push further into your mind for potentially stronger spells, or would you like
Yes.
to? Okay, going to let it push further in. So, and
That's
are you
such a fun
staying
idea.
to learn more?
Yes.
Okay. A
This is such a
strength
bad
saving
idea.
throw, please.
Oh, you're good at these.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear.
You are deafened. Would you like to continue? Oh, but give me an Arcana check as well, please. And you
Good
lose
thing
all
we're
your spell
waiting 3
slots.
days.
Yep.
So, would you like it to continue?
Yes.
Okay. Would you? Oh, well, it can't go deeper. You need to succeed another one to go further in. So that would be a Constitution saving throw, please. Okay.
Ooh.
And this was. What would be a. That's a fun one. Okay. Would you like to continue?
Yes.
Would you like it to go deeper into your mind?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
It's risky.
Great person.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please. Okay. It's got to be this one. Well, that's going to ruin the game. I don't care. Would you like it to go deeper into your mind? So there's 4 tiers that it can do.
That was the third
And that
tier?
was 3rd tier.
I've got to try 4th tier,
You're
right?
gonna go further in.
I've got to
You
try
cheeky
4th tier.
Okay. A Constitution saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny. It's got to be this for the memes. Would you like it to continue?
I know I'm definitely pushing my luck now, but yes.
You've only failed once, so you're actually doing pretty well.
Say you're a beast at Constitution.
Charisma saving throw, please.
Come on.
+8. Oh my god.
That is a fail. You are paralyzed. Would
Okay.
you like to continue?
Do I risk the poo-brain?
You've got a way to. You've got one person poo-brained. You've got a way to save the poo-brain if you need to.
I can deal with 3.
You can't deal with poo-brain
Yeah, but you can't
completely,
deal with
can you?
poo-brain. You need greater restoration for poo-brain.
Oh,
You
Okay,
can deal
no.
with the deafen.
I
You
can
deal
deal
with
with half.
deafened
Nazis
and
over.
paralysed, but you can't deal with feeble mind. Or death,
Who
which
needs
you haven't
smarts?
gotten to that stage yet. Because you can keep going past feeble mind if you want to.
But
Do
you
we
don't
think-
roll low again.
I think you want to have another go. I think you want to have another go. Because you know you're in the highest tier of spells you can get.
I know.
Hold on. Hold on. So we're gambling. Do we know what our epithet does? Our party?
You
So we
could-
know how to utilize it, clutch, if we need to, because we're doing the thing.
No,
It makes it harder.
It makes it harder.
Yeah, it makes it
Oh,
harder, but
we
you
have to bet
gain
the-
more piety back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but it's the piety you gain? Okay, so never mind. It doesn't apply here. Okay, just wanted to check.
You
You could
do
really
have a
stack it.
Skuttz epithet to make a fail a success.
No, I don't. I used it on Zulk, and I don't think I've rolled a 1 yet.
You've had a.
does-
There's a.
It doesn't recharge on a long rest. It
Did I-
recharges on a natural
What was that?
1.
Fail successfully.
Oof.
Good point.
Nadryn
Yeah,
saves
you only
defense
gain the
anyway.
charge of this ability until you roll a natural. So you need to roll a natural 1 to get it back.
I
Does it
don't
count
think
if
I
I
did.
rolled a natural 1.
Actually, I think that's a bit unfair. I'd say that you get 1 use of it per long rest, but if you get a 1 between that time and your next rest, it comes
Then
back.
I get an.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
I'll
doing it
take that.
way. Because otherwise, you're not going to get it back for a while.
That's fair. Okay. Works for me. Okay, I will hold that one.
I think that's what I intend, or what I meant by that. It's just, as well as resting, another way to get the charge back is to roll a natural one.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what I meant. And obviously, if that's too
It
strong, I
makes
can change
sense.
it later.
Yeah, I was gonna say that shouldn't be too bad. That's usually just a one charge, maybe a bonus one. So.
Yeah, pretty much. So, how are we feeling, Nadryn? You are deafened, you are paralyzed, but you're also in the 4th tier of spells.
I will try.
You will try. Give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh God.
You good at those?
Oh dear.
That is a fail. As you get feeble-minded, your intelligence and charisma are reduced to 1.
I was gonna say, hold on.
Unless
Can we just have a random spark of some wild boar luck as, I don't know,
Okay.
yelling at Sogeg and Pogeg, you get zapped with a little random good luck
let's
there.
think. What's this? Okay, well we'll do some good old boar luck, and I'll have that inspire what spell it is as well. Okay, so that has now become a success. Would you like to continue? You've learned
I'm
5
not
spells.
poo-brained.
You're not poo-brained yet, no. Because that fail has now become a success thanks to Skutt's epithet.
Okay.
Divine Gambler. Divine Gambler.
You can also go. I'll let you go backwards if you want to go to like 3rd tier, 2nd tier, or 1st tier spells for easier saves, but you can only go up every time you succeed.
Oh, I really don't
I'm just-
know. I know Sogeg wants me to continue.
What's the worst that could happen?
Do it.
Okay, I'll go again.
Yes.
Give me a strength saving throw, please.
You're good at these.
That is a fail.
Why did you stay?
Because you are now feeble-minded.
Fool.
Okay, can I be taken out, please?
Is someone going to take Nadryn out?
Use the
Skuttz
non-lethal
turns
sword.
around. Nadryn! Oh, what is it with you guys and this jellyfish? As she comes in and she'll just push you back out. Can I? I think, okay, yeah, I can scoot her token. She'll just push you back out.
Okay, Nadryn, you learn the following spells: Ceremony, Tasha's Mind Whip, Bigby's Hand, Feeble Mind, and Primordial Ward.
Oh, we got
Oh my
feeble-minded so many
God.
times we learned it.
I had to
Yeah.
give you
That's some
Feeble
good
Mind
stuff.
with it. I just had to. So, Ceremony,
Primordial.
Ceremony?
So
Tasha's Mind Whip,
Yeah.
Bigby's Hand, Feeble Mind,
Mhm.
and Primordial Ward.
how is Primordial Ward only a level 6 spell? So good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
So have you got all those written down?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Now I have
So,
to figure
was
out
that
what
worth
my
it?
character sheet-
I think so. That was some scary ass spells I just gave you. Does anyone else?
Bigby's hand.
I also had to give Nadryn Bigby's hand just for that sweet Scallon's hand.
I mean, that's so good.
Does anyone else want to brave the Screamer?
So before I make any offers to anyone, Bennett,
You know, you've got Mr. Burbles and Neil as well. They could attempt if they
Right.
want to.
I once got screamed at and I didn't like it. So.
And it's reasonable. Screaming is not for everyone.
Is to hurt.
So, are any of the other companions going in, or are you letting Zolk in last? Or Skuttz, do you want to go in?
Skuttz is in the same boat as Bennett. Shit like it.
That's fair.
Then you'll like my request. Granted, the additional security makes this a bit awkward. My thought was, while I'm being screamed at, what we noticed the first time was that it doesn't really pay attention to its surroundings. Skuttz, do you want to go rummaging while I'm being screamed at?
My God.
Thief.
You do see two, big security Shahuagan currently guarding the entrance to what washes up after last time.
The original question was to bag the screamer, but those have changed that decision.
Just the second room we
the
enter,
screamer's room,
disappears.
the only entrance in and out is the entrance. And it screams telepathically. Everyone else can't hear it screaming.
Are you asking Skuttz directly to look for stuff while you're in there?
Yes.
What? Why? Why do you like getting screamed at by the jellyfish? She picks him up and drags him in with her.
So you're going in at the same time?
Yeah?
First.
Unless you want to go in first, yeah.
Are you going in at the same time, or is it just Salt going in?
I just assume he came up and talked to her, and she's frustrated with everyone going in with this jellyfish. So instead of dragging somebody out, she's like scoops him up and like just walks on in, like, let's do this.
Okay.
And just sets him down right in front and crosses her arms.
You're going in together. Okay. Okay. Skuttz, as you enter the room of the screamy jellyfish with Zolk in your arms, as you hop in, it turns its faceless features towards you, and you hear it scream in your mind. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
God. Like, about ready to go punch it. Constitution save?
Constitution. Okay.
She really is about ready to go punch it.
That's a lot.
The plan has not gone how I wanted it to.
She screams back at it.
Actually, no. We'll do that one. Okay. Would you like it to continue screaming at you now that it's in your mind?
No, she's like in her. Wait, it's in her mind?
Yes.
Yeah, no, she's like, she doesn't want it. No.
Then you can just step out of the room and it'll stop. While you've still got faculty to do so.
Then she just drops Zolk and just backs out.
Okay. You also, as you leave, you learn Identify.
Nice.
So, hindsight, while that's going on, can I cast Lesser Restoration on Sogeg and Nadryn?
Have a quick look at. So you can end one condition of blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. So, what are you curing in each of them?
Deafened.
So you're going to leave them paralyzed?
That's a fair point. All right. So Sogeg can stay deaf, and I'll use my other 2 spell slots on Nadryn.
Okay, so you're using both to completely heal Nadryn, other than for feeble mind, and just remove the paralysis from Sogeg.
Yes.
Okay. And you are then remaining
Can't carry
in
him.
the room with the screamer as it turns away from Skuttz to face you.
Yes.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Now, the exhaustion hurts this, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't, because
Oh.
it's ability checks. It'll affect your Arcana check if you fail one of them, but it won't affect your
Alright.
saving throws yet. It's only when you get
Well,
more
jokes.
exhaustion it does that.
Joke's on it, I have no spell slots.
There you go. Good answer. Okay. Well, if you've already got no spell slots, I won't make you roll the Arcana check, but that is a fail.
I've got first level and that's it.
So, well, then give me an Arcana check at disadvantage.
Yeah, they go.
They're gone. As is your hearing, as you are deafened.
Respectable. Round 2.
Going into round 2,
Yep.
a strength saving throw, please.
Ooh.
All right. Let's have a look. Oh, it's got to be that one. Would you like it to go further into your mind?
Yep.
Okay. A charisma saving throw, please.
No.
Okay, you are now paralyzed.
Alright.
Would you like to continue listening to it?
So, were both Sogeg and Nadryn enfeebled?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh god.
Yay.
I'm staying at tier 2. What's the worst could happen?
Okay. A charisma saving throw, please.
That could happen.
Oh, no.
You are feeble-minded.
We'll go to 4.
Would you like to continue?
Roll.
That's a party vote.
I mean, I'm sure we'll deal with it next session, but Skuttz is currently rummaging around, so she can be distracted as
Or
short.
did you go
or
back
as-
in after you
Unless
left?
will it re-yell
Not
at me
while
if
it's
I do?
focusing on Zolk, as far as you're aware.
Yeah, the plan was that so she would try to go back in while this is happening to rustle for it. I just didn't want to interrupt anything.
That's fair. So we'll do Skuttz having a rummage, and then we'll go back to whether Zolk wants to continue being screamed at.
Oh my god! I just realized what's happening. It's daylight. I thought we're trying to wrap up.
No, we've still got another hour.
Ah. It's 2:40 right now.
Yeah.
Sorry. Daylight savings. Okay,
it's
never mind.
Daylight savings is 2 weeks earlier for Americans than it is for us in the UK. So throws
was
everything
wondering
else.
why
I'm
it
so sorry.
takes so-
I was like sweating over here. I'm like, let's wrap it up. I'm so sorry. Okay, back on the page now. So yeah, we can go ahead and take care of me then if it's not going
Yeah,
to drag
we've
stuff out.
still got about an hour.
Oh, all of my anxiety just dissipated. Okay. So yeah, she's just rustling around, checking out. You mentioned the boxes in there, so
Yeah,
she's
so,
well. Oh shit! And she has identify, so she's gonna be looking around at anything.
there is
anything interesting.
a small box filled with scrolls that seem to be wrapped in a silver chain with a bright blue gem as its locking mechanism.
She'll pick that up.
Just taking the whole box, all the scrolls in the chain, holding them together.
How large is it?
About. I'm trying to think in America. So, I think of it like
Will it
it's
fit
a
in the
trunk.
bag of holding? Will it fit in the bag of holding? That's the point.
Yes, it would do if there's not too much other stuff in the bag of holding.
Let me see.
So it would take up most of the space of a bag of holding.
Okay, is the trunk interesting, or is it just the scrolls inside?
It's just the scrolls inside, but otherwise it's just a quite simplistic looking chest or trunk.
Can I roll to see how many of the scroll Skuttz would think Zulk would want? I know the answer is all of them, but does she know? She's not good
Specifically,
at
how
this.
many Zulk wants?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
give
don't know
me
how
an
many are there.
insight
Maybe
check.
like a percentage of how many are there. I could scoop them all. I'm bad at this. Insight. How well do I understand my little rat friend?
You've not really that sure. You've never really seen Zulk read, so the idea of him wanting scrolls is a bit weird. But so you're not sure whether he wants all of them, or he was more interested in the chain, or maybe he didn't even want the scrolls at all and just wanted the box.
I mean, Skuttz definitely wants the box. She'll take half of the scrolls and dump the other half on the counter and keep the chest under her.
Are you going to try and unlock the scrolls? They are all bound together in a chain.
Oh, they are. Oh God. No, we don't have time for this. Okay. We could put the chest in the granny bag. That one has more space.
It does have a
That
lot
definitely
more
makes
space.
sense to Skuttz. We're gonna put the chest full of scrolls in the granny bag. We're going fast. We only
Okay.
got a few minutes here. We're not thinking clearly. We got to put it in the bag with the
add to the
room.
bag. Pale Screamer's
In my
chest
room.
full of scrolls.
Okay.
That went better than planned.
What else does she see in the room? Look, you're asking her to do something she's not great at, so I'm gonna try to help, but this is gonna be how she takes stuff, I guess.
Okay. That's the only thing of note that you find here. This room
Okay.
is almost monochromatic. It's almost in grayscale. It's cold. It's unpleasant to be in. As the presence of this pale screamer just seems to drain all life and interest out of the room.
Man, this place is really drab. I really want to pull something out of my bag and leave it behind. Like barter. She doesn't like taking stuff necessarily. She feels like trading is more how things go. The fuck's new item?
Probably the one. Hold on, let's have a look. Might have been a case where I've hit. There it is. Just roll again for that one. It was that I had accidentally hit create new item and didn't change it. So it was the default one. So yeah, just roll again. Ooh, there you go. It's what do you want? Are you going to take the BFF candle? Or are you going to take a small statuette? Do you want me to tell you what type of animal the statuette is?
Yeah. Well, she's gonna keep the statuette. She's gonna put the candle away. But then she becomes completely distracted by the statue and kind of forgets that she was gonna trade it. And she just kind of starts thinking about how she used to play with it as a little boy at Granny's.
It is a birchwood statuette of a running deer. So it's made of birchwood. This sort of like statuette of a deer mid-sprint.
It does. She just remembers it very fondly, and these memories make her totally forget she was going to leave it behind for trade. We'll deal with that later.
Yeah,
but as she's distracted by finding this, she remembers her childhood and Granny, and it makes her think of her quest from Granny to go find Granny's sister. So she'll turn around and just like scoop Zulk up as she walks out.
So you're not letting Zulk continue to be screamed at?
When he wants to, I'm gonna basically hold that action.
Okay, Zulk, do you want Skuttz to take you out of there? You are currently feeble-minded, paralyzed, and deafened, and you've learnt one spell.
Yes, we're staying.
Sweet. Sweet.
It took her a while to figure out which bag to put the chest in.
Okay, give me an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh.
No.
Oh no!
Oh no. It's good knowing you.
No,
Oh.
don't forget you are feeble-minded, which means your intelligence is 1.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh no!
Okay.
It makes it worse.
Let me have a think.
Let's get to Erebus. Let's go underground.
Yes, so as this thing reaches into your mind, and you just lose all sense of yourself. We'll let dice have fun. I think with this one. We'll do. Where's the health? We'll do just the good old fun. Just fun. Ooh, not too bad. 16 points of psychic damage.
Reasonable.
That is reasonable. You got lucky. You got lucky.
That was a lot of ones.
That's a lot of ones.
Yep, no,
There was only one
Oh, you
dice there that was above average, so.
you stay for more.
So are you going
know
to
you
continue?
stay
Well,
for
now that you know that it's actually started to do damage to you. Also, you set your health to 16, not take 16 off, yeah.
I realised.
You got health to spare.
You've got health to spare if you want to keep trying.
I feel like I'm the only person that would try.
This is very true.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, give me a charisma saving throw. Remember, your charisma is now 1 because of feeble mind.
So it's at -5.
It's at -5.
Ow.
Okay.
Did I succeed any here? I
You've
don't think I
succeeded
did.
1 so far. 25 points of psychic damage.
I'm not dead. I think I'm done there.
Well, is anyone? Oh well, Skuttz is literally what you see. Zolk bleeding heavily from the eyes, ears. Any hole in his body is just vomiting blood out into the ocean as he just seizes away.
Oops. I took a little too long there, buddy. As she like scoops him up and rushes out.
And
she just kind of sets him.
in the chaos of your opening mind, you learn Arms of Hadar.
Oh.
Sounds familiar.
It should be. It's a warlock spell.
Pretty cool.
You get tentacles now.
Rip people in half.
Anybody else want to face down the Screamer now that you know what it does?
Round 2. We.
You have got a couple days before everything's ready to go on your quest. So you can go and rest up, hopefully fix yourselves, and then come back for round 2 if you want to.
I feel like Sogeg and he's like just sort of wandering for. Yay!
Okay, you're no longer paralyzed anymore.
Squishy friend. I attempt to hug the screamer.
Okay. How am I going to do this? Yeah, we'll just start from the beginning. So, give me a Constitution saving throw as you hear it scream into your brain. Okay,
Help!
you are deafened. Are you continuing to stay?
Help. You just see Sogeg's smile turn upside down as he looks like he's about to cry. As you just say, he shouted at me.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone want to go to any of the other shops while you're here?
I think there might have been while Skuttz was in there and rummaging around. I think she dropped a piece of chocolate starfish, and I think Mr. Burble smells the starfish, and he's gonna go in there looking for a snack.
As the Pale Screamer turns to the happy-go-lucky devil dog and screams into its brain as well. I need Mr. Burbles to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, it's to wisdom.
Okay. I think he was going to do... Actually, no, it wasn't. It was going to be that one. Okay. Mr. Bubbles feels that tingle of energy as his magic begins to unlock. Would you like the Screamer to continue probing into his mind?
Yeah.
Would you like to go deeper into his mind?
Sure. He's just
Okay, so we're going.
came here for starfish, but we're following the path of chaos here.
I need an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Okay,
No,
Mr.
it's
Bubbles
not there.
is deafened. Would you like to continue?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Burbles.
I think it's got to be that one. Yeah. Okay. It feels more of his magical potential unlock. Would you like to continue to be screamed at?
Yeah, it's actually it reminds him of Granny's. This is just like home. It's Granny's like karaoke night.
Would you like the screamer to go deeper into his mind?
Yeah, he's just vibing with it, really.
Okay.
He's
A
like, this shit
strength
slaps.
saving throw, please. Okay. He is paralyzed.
All right.
Would you like the screamer to continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Another strength save, please.
All right, come on, Burbs. You got this, Mr. Barbles.
Oh. That is a fail.
Oh.
As Mr.
Okay.
Burbles is feeble-minded.
Yeah, he's done. He processed as much of the musical genius as he can.
Well, who's going to get him out?
You know, Skuttz just grunts in frustration as she reaches in and like grabs him by the hawk and just pulls him out. Mr. Burbles! And she sees the starfish that he's eating and she's like, "Oh, and you ate my snack!" And she's just like, now she's just like huffy and she crosses her arms like,
But
Bennett, what are we gonna do?
on the plus side, Mr. Burbles learns Misty Step and Dragon's Breath.
Oh yeah, because he needs another breath weapon.
To be fair, I was looking through it thinking, do I go for themed ones to look for some fire ones? Ooh, I've put Dragon's Breath there. That'll be a good one.
Nice.
Because Dragon's Breath doesn't have to be fire. You can choose fire, but it's any type of elemental. Just breath weapon.
No.
And it doesn't have to be you. You touch one willing creature and imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth. So you can
my
give
God.
other people breath weapons now.
Oh, Pogeg's gonna love this.
And then, yeah, he gets Misty
Alright.
Step as well, which is just always useful.
It'll be great for getting him out of tanking situations.
Yeah. Or putting him into tanking situations if you can't get to him easier.
Yeah.
So, is there
He's a
anyone
good jockey
left that
boy.
wants to throw their luck in with the Screamer this time around?
One more time.
Well, I was going to say, as there's still a few days before everybody gets your stuff together, is there anything else in Orlanton you'd want to do other than just skip through a lot of the just travel time, and I can let you know how much you can get healed to go back in to keep trying to learn more, just so you can get all of the spells sorted this session. It's a bit too video gamey that, but it saves you just go back to Nadryn's parents, say hello, sleep, come back here, do the same again. Just may as well just let you know what would happen.
I mean, I feel like at the moment everything's a blur to me, so I wouldn't even really see it happen. It's just a haze the next few days, I assume, of poo-brained.
So, is that what we want to do?
You're on the
Yeah.
same support as me.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 feeble minds, 4 feeble minds because Mr. Burbles was as well. So Nadryn's sister has a capacity to cast Great Restoration twice, but has got higher spell slots. So technically, if she uses a higher spell slot for it, can cast it 4 times. So that is just enough to save the minds of those that were poo-brained. So
Yay.
go ahead and give yourselves a rest, regain any lost hit points, and you did well in remembering how many people can actually get poo-brained.
Does she look disappointed in us?
She looks understanding. Considering you got chewed out by Nadryn's mum about never going near the Screamer because they're dangerous, you get the feeling Delrin also visits this place fairly often too.
When did we get out going near the? I don't remember that.
You weren't here for it.
Yeah, you had to take Zolk back to Nadryn's parents because he had been poo-brained, where Archie had managed to, the Arcana Phage managed to drink the stupid out of him. And Nadryn's mum said, "Don't go near Pale Screamers. They are exceptionally dangerous. You'll lose your mind." And here we are. So, day 2. You rest up at Nadryn's family's place, so you don't need to keep track of rations or anything like that for that. And you make your way back to the market, because unless there's somewhere else in Neolanton you want to go in this downtime, I think this is just what we're going to keep doing until downtime.
Nobody wants me to do what Skuttz wants to do, so.
Yeah.
Like the Screamer.
Does the
Well,
Screamer
I mean, there's that.
That's that too. You might want to save it till like just before you need to leave, so then you can milk the most out of it while you can.
Exactly. Nobody wants me to grab it yet. And then I want to go tell the guards over there, be like, oh yeah, by the way, he's just on vacation. And, you know,
Is that what you want
cause
to do?
some chaos.
Do you want to do that?
No, I'll let everyone else do their shenanigans.
Okay.
I won't start shit with the city until everyone's done poking the
After everyone's
jellyfish.
getting poo-brained. Right, good idea.
You were, you know, trying not to jump the gun
also,
on taking the
I
fun
have-
away.
In your long rest, did you want to cast or ritual cast Identify to learn what aspect you just got? What it does. So this is the aspect of the deer. Requires attunement, and for 1 minute, soft downy fur covers your body and you sprout a bushy white tail. You double your speed and the distance you can jump.
Oh my god.
So basically, you can activate it, and then for the next minute, you become fluffier. You double your speed and the distance you can jump.
Oh,
You guys want to see one of my favorite toys? As she holds it out before everybody else gets poo-brained and can't be enthralled by her childhood delights.
Once you have used the aspect, though, it takes 2 days to recharge.
Hey, Sogeg, you want to be fluffy? She hands it out to him.
Do I?
Does require attunement if you've got any spare attunement slots.
Curses. I'm too attuned. I can't hold all these attunements.
You could just
Ah.
unattune for a little bit
That is true.
and then
you'll attune to
reattune
it?
to your actual stuff later.
That is true. It's a
After you've been
it's an
fluffy.
action to attune to something, and it takes 10 minutes to unattune to something. I don't,
I will take off
in
the
the
ring of
actual
ram.
normal rules, it's usually, I think it's an hour for each, but I think just to speed it up and actually make it combat worthy, yeah, an action to attune, 10 minutes to unattune.
I'll use the box of fluff after 10 minutes.
Okay.
Behold my fluff.
So you attune to the aspect of the day. In fact, I'll just show to everyone while it's there. Yeah.
I also just want to think of like a scorpion just leaping around majestically like a deer because it's frightening.
Yeah, double your
Beautiful.
movement speed, which at the moment would make you be able to
Oh.
move 120 underwater.
Oh my god.
I'm turned into
Turn into a monk again. Why do all your characters turn into
Turn into
monks?
beautiful.
Didn't Victor move like 70? Oh my god.
And punch
He
people.
did also start
And
punching.
he was a ranger.
He's a good ranger.
And he
We're
doubled
on
this,
a good
so-
path here.
Also, I want to imagine how a scorpion sprouts a bushy white tail.
It just like it's like he gets a little pom pom on the end.
He has a little pom pom on the
So
end
he
of
is-
the stinger.
My
Or
stinger
no, like
stopped
his
working.
stinger becomes the pom pom with the stinger poking out.
That would be...
I feel like the stinger
I
is
don't
still
know.
there, but it's floof now that I can't really sting anyone. It just bounces.
No, it's just disguise
No, it's like a
now.
bee's
It's
butt.
stealth. Yeah. You got a bumblebee butt going.
I'm beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, so day 2. Who's braving the screamer?
Hold on a mo. As Sogeg, now confident with floof, I will look to myself, Pogeg, and I'll roll a d6 to determine who else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zolk. Incredible. As blessed are this day, I cast bless on us.
Okay. Let's hope
It
you can
will go
maintain that
very soon.
concentration. You may want to go
I will
third.
immediately. And because I am kind to the DM, I go in first.
Okay.
I am not afraid,
The
Screamer.
screamer turns to face you. And I think we'll just go from the start doing the random ones rather than starting with the Constitution ones because I think it's more fun this way.
You've learnt your moves.
Starting
I know
with
everything you can do.
a dexterity saving throw,
Oh, for the
please.
love of God. Screamer, this can't possibly fail. Oh,
Okay.
not bad.
That is a success. Let's have a look.
I brush him off.
What do I give you?
Quick.
I think.
Quick question: would bonded stack on another D4 to the saving throws?
Yes, bonded and blessed are 2 different abilities, so they do.
Okay,
stack.
the Mr. Burbles is going to try to model after what he just witnessed, and he will use bonded efficiency bonus. I just don't know
How
since
many
it's 3.
creatures can he bond to?
3. So, he'll do to Sogeg, Nadryn, and then if anybody else wants the last slot to go in, just it's up to you.
I mean,
Probably
Yeah, I was gonna say
Zolf.
Zolk should go
Either
first. but,
Zolk or Pogeg, because they're the ones that need the extra.
Not waste on
points.
Pogeg.
well, I was Neil hasn't gotten any spell slots yet, so that was kind of the 2 I was thinking,
true.
Zolk or Neil. But Zolk is actual player, so priority there if he wants it.
Neil isn't gonna go in. I'm just gonna say
Okay.
that now.
Then Zulk, Burbles knows who the bullheaded ones are. So then Sogeg, Zulk, and Nadryn.
Also, have you managed to sort out adding the spells to Mr. Burbles and Pogeg?
Yes.
Because, yeah, you can go into the settings. I'll sort it for Mr. Burbles while I'm thinking about it. You just tick that they are a spellcasting.
But it's because I'm not a spellcaster, I've put it as an ability that specifically says it for me.
Yeah, you cut out at that point once.
Oh, sorry. I say for me, I put it as an ability that costs.
Right.
Cool.
That's. I got most of that. So.
It's great how it cut out both times exactly at the same time.
I'm trying to remember what spells Mr. Burbles got the first time. It was Misty Step and Dragon's Breath. Alright, while I'm doing this, I'm going to pull that one. So, okay, are you staying?
I'm not afraid. I scream at it.
Are you letting it go deeper into your brain?
Yes. Because it's rolled a 6 already. Don't get 2 again.
A strength
rude.
saving throw, please.
It depresses me that I'm not confident about this. Where's the D4? Ow.
Okay.
I needed the D4.
Well, you'd have 2d4 because you've got bonded
Yes.
from Mr. Burbles.
That's 22.
Okay.
Like taking spells from a squid monster.
Pretty much.
Hey, I want to add to the layer of gambling here. Skuttz has to make an insight check to try to figure out if you want to be pulled out yet or not. I assume now she's on to what everybody's doing, so now it's up to if she figure out when you're done.
Yes. The thing is, now we know that it's 68. I could stay in for quite a while.
It starts at 68.
It starts, yes. Yeah.
It did climb.
I do
It's
stay
pretty
though.
exponential, and you haven't seen what happens when that damage gets you to 0. You get the feeling
yes.
that there's no coming back from it once it goes to 0.
Not good.
It's not a start
Well,
making death saves. It's a you are in the underworld now. Goodbye.
Listen, yeah, but I got Leonman's tiny hut, and
True. Intelligence saving throw, please.
I would go deeper. Oh, I would go deeper.
Are you
but
going
that is
deeper?
unfortunate. I am going deeper, yeah.
Okay. Actually, hold on. That's 15, 16, 17. That is a fail. I
Does this drop my black?
I need an Arcana check.
I guess, yeah. Come on. I know I can.
Okay.
Oh.
You maintain concentration.
Oh.
But you are deafened.
My ears. I stay at level 3 though.
You can't go up to the next one until you succeed a level 3 one.
I was in case I wanted to go down, but I'm a coward.
A charisma saving throw.
Flies to a Sogeg. Oh, that's not a good start. How am I bad at rolling? No.
So that is a
19 enough.
Okay. Let's have a look.
Oh.
I
Yes.
think it's going to be that one. Okay. Would you like it to continue screaming?
Deeper.
Are you going deeper? You go for the
I know.
higher tier ones.
Can no longer control the volume of.
An intelligence saving throw, please.
That's apt. That feels apt that that is not too. Would have been good. 21. That's still good. I don't know. That's a good noise.
It is a good noise for you.
I like it when you pause.
It is a good
like
noise
when
for
you
pause. We'll do that one. Would you like to continue?
I look at the beast and I say, very loudly with no control of my volume, what say we gamble on this? I use
Oh.
divine gamblers.
Okay, how much are you gonna bet?
I wish to bet 2.
Okay, you're going to bet 2. You're going for yeah, well, it'll be piety here. Okay.
Yes. Please roll a 6. That's the first bit. Shit.
Intelligence saving throw, please.
But I need some good rolls. That's not good. It's a crit. Ooh!
That is a fail. You
Ooh.
lose 2 piety, and you are paralyzed. Give me a Arcana check, please.
Oh, I never fail this. Pow. I failed it.
You have failed it, which ends your bless. As you
No.
lose all of your spell slots.
My spell slots.
Would you like to
I would look.
continue?
There'd be
You
a
are
look
still
of.
getting the D4 from Mr. Purples.
Yes.
As that's non-magical,
There
that's an
would-
ability.
There will be a flash of worry in Sogeg's body posture if that can be picked up on. But other than getting pulled out,
Okay.
I'll stay in.
Skuttz, give me an insight check then.
I'm getting it in early.
You definitely get the. Oh, you see the telltale sign of Sogeg seizing up as paralysis overtakes him, but it's only just happened. We'll put it that way. So it's up to you whether you
Well,
think
then.
he can endure anymore, or whether you want him to endure anymore.
I am very floofy.
I'm muted. We'll leave it one more turn and then she'll pull him out.
Okay. Sogeg, would you like to continue?
Yes.
Are you staying at the 40, or do you want to reduce it?
I will be no coward. Already lost piety. I can't.
Are you gambling any
Well,
further piety on it?
No. No. Well, you're going to roll a 6 now.
Give me
A
a
5.
wisdom saving throw, please.
Can you believe it? Sogeg is actually quite wise. I have proficiency in wisdom saving throws. Why?
Well, because you're a paladin.
As behold the wisdom, as I say to this beast, you cannot steal the brain of one that is already mindless. Actually, it can. Do it quite easily, actually.
As you are feeble-minded.
Worth it.
The poo-brain continues. Are you going to
No.
continue, or is Skuttz going to pull you out?
Get me out.
Yes, it's
He'll pull you out.
yeah.
Right.
All right, Sogeg, that's enough for you. As she sets him down and lets him play with the aspect.
Okay. Sogeg, you learn a rope trick,
Yes.
summon lesser demons,
Oh God. Okay.
it's a third-party homebrew spell called Sword of Fate, and I will show that to you this way.
That sounds like you're going to really regret giving me. That sounds bad.
No, the next one's the one I'm going to regret giving you. Flesh to
Ooh.
Stone.
Oh no, you fool!
Oh
What
my
are you
god.
thinking? What are you thinking?
What is that?
Now
You have time to back out.
is good. Flesh to stone is I become not dead forever.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
That's you
body
make
turns
somebody else
strong.
live forever by marble domaining them.
Yes. I can make people into stone. Now, out of interest, maybe I don't know this yet because I have the brain of a 2-year-old.
But yeah, did
But
you get the
is
details of
Brain
Sword of Fate? Okay.
Is a red cap a lesser demon?
Ooh, technically no,
See,
but
that's-
yes,
Oh.
I'd allow it.
Yes.
I'd allow it. But I would change the creature type from Fey to Fiend, but I would allow it as a lesser demon.
Yeah. Nice. Oh,
But you get rope trick. You can do something with all of the rope you keep using.
Oh my god. Oh, Pogeg's going to be poo-brained, and now I can tie his I'm a good owner.
Okay. So
Very
that
nice.
was Sogeg's. So who is next to face the might of the Screamer? And does anyone else want to do any prep before you go in? If you saw how successful having both the bonded and blessed was.
I just got very quickly
too bad
say
the one with blessed went in first.
That, in addition to, how is rope 2 spell? What?
Okay, it's a second level spell, isn't it?
It's a second level spell. Yes. You've never seen better rope tricks. Never. They're going to be amazing.
That's why I had to give it to you. It's like, what a worthless ass spell this is. I also gave you flesh to stone. Fuck off.
Wait, I think Skuttz can do rope tricks too. Doesn't she have something where she enchanted a rope? But I forgot about it, but she should still have that. She'll sit there and do rope tricks.
Let's stop being adventurers. I think we set up a, whatever you call it,
set up a carnival. Yeah, the circus.
Yeah, we do well.
So, okay, who's next to face the Screamer? And
I'll go in next.
You're going to go in next. Is there any preparations you want to do before you go in?
I've not really got anything, I don't think.
Sadly, Sogeg is poo-brained and can't bless again, so...
I'll say I'd sort of dribble in your general direction. Might help.
That's what Neil does.
Let's go on then.
So, did Mr. Burbles bond with Nadryn as well?
Yeah.
I believe it was, Sogeg, Zolk, and Nadryn with the 3. Okay. Just so I know that you get an extra D4 to these saves.
Mm-hmm.
Sogeg now has the Sword of Damocles.
Costs 5 piety to use it though.
It's not cheap. So, Nadryn, you step in and see the Screamer's familiar, faceless face. As it's all pomp and circumstance. Just like, yeah, come on, just scream already. So we've been through this before, mate. Come on.
Just like, come on, hurry up, hurry up.
Give me a charisma saving throw. Remember, you're adding a D4 to this.
I don't know how to do that, so there's a D4.
Let me have a quick look at your character sheet. I'll switch that on.
I don't know if it's good or bad that Nadryn is charismatic. I don't know what that means.
So global
+8
modifier.
Mine's a -1.
So yeah, there you go. It's ticked on now.
Okay,
Just
thank you.
so charming.
But that is a fail. Also, yeah, Skuttz, you have had a long rest. If you want, you've got another use of your epithet because there has been a full rest between last time, technically. Just in case.
All right.
Nadryn, give me an Arcana check, please. You lose all your spell slots as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. That happened.
So you are deafened. Would you like to continue?
Yeah.
Remember, if you want Skuttz to get you, she's got to make an insight check.
I'm deafened currently.
You are deafened, yes. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please. Okay. What shall we give you? What's another fun? That's a fun one. Would you like it to continue screaming?
Yeah.
Would you like it to go further into your brain?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is so stupid.
Give me a strength saving throw, please.
Getting you.
Oh no.
You are paralyzed. would you like it to continue?
Yes. But if I fail again, maybe Skuttz can roll and see if she'll pull me out.
Okay. Give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
This is just dodging all my good ones.
Evil.
That is also a fail, as you get feeble-minded.
Oh, Scott's looking the other way though. Crap.
Skuttz, give me an insight check.
Oh, this is the correct fail.
Is she
It's
too
not.
distracted playing with her ropes with
She is too
Sogeg?
distracted.
Oh no, she's
playing
too
with her
distracted.
ropes.
She forgot. She'll roll next turn to see if she remembers.
Oh no.
Give me a
If this isn't fun,
charisma
let me
saving
know.
throw, Nadryn.
Oh, you're good at these though.
What am I supposed? What is it?
Charisma.
Come on.
There you go. That's better.
Jesus. That's what you
There
want.
we go. What's a fun one for this one?
Casual 30.
It's not even a crit.
No, it wasn't. It was only an 18.
Oh my god.
That was just a basic good one. Do you want Skuttz to try and bail you out?
Yeah.
Skuttz, give me an insight check, please.
Oh my god.
That's
Rope
some
tricks are
not-
fun.
very,
I just-
very intense rope tricks going on.
Oh my god. She forgot about it. It's cool again.
Nadryn, would you like it to go deeper into your brain?
Yes.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
The chick's getting
I'm
no
here
answer.
now.
Charisma save. This is a good one.
Come on. Come on.
It's 19.
It's... Okay, that is a success.
Oh, nice.
That high, I would hope so.
It's also like deep in the center of your mind. It's literally screaming magic into you.
It's something, yeah, it's like masochistic
Oh,
about it.
we'll do this one again. Thematic. We'll give you that one. I'm gonna regret giving you that one so much already. Why did I do that? Okay. Skuttz, give me an insight check.
Oh, my
no.
god.
Oh, no. You should have blessed yourself.
Nadryn, do you want it to go deeper into your brain?
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say you're not okay.
A
let me know,
strength
and you're like,
saving
"Let's
throw,
go."
please.
No.
Oh my god.
That is a
Whoa.
fail.
Salt, get her attention.
Take 34 points of psychic damage.
Oh. Oh, no. I'm sorry for playing with ropes. I'm really sorry. Oh,
Every
my
response
God.
then.
I think at this point, Neil would drag you out, let alone wait for
Someone
Skuttz.
would notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skuttz would be like, "Oh crap!"
I've got to do the inside check just to see what happens.
Please,
Yeah,
please let
Skuttz,
it
give
be
me an
Neil.
insight check to see if you noticed Neil
Oh
save
my
Nadryn instead.
God.
No,
Oh.
almost.
Maybe.
So what we learned today is that rope trick is the greatest way to anyone.
So,
You've broken your game.
Nadryn, you learn Snillock's Snowball Swarm. Snillock's Snowball Swarm. Dimension Door.
Good.
And Control Water.
Ooh.
Sorry, the sound cut out then. And as you were saying Dimension Door, it cut out and it literally came through my headphones as Dimension.
You gain dementia, which would make sense for the amount of poo-brain and feeble minds going around. Oh.
Flipping it.
So yeah, Sinlock, Snowball Swarm, Dimension Door, and Control Water.
Nice. Dimension door's going to
Well,
be sick.
Control Water is
can
why the
spell
Hydroloth
Snowball.
annihilated you before, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I just tried to type snowball and spelled it wrong, so the poo-brain's gone in.
Poo-brain's in there. Although, sadly, that's reminded me that some of those charisma saves would have been at -5 rather than, well, actually -2
Oh,
rather than +8. But I should have realised that while you were rolling them, so I'm not going to go back.
see.
Oopsie. You got control water when you shouldn't have, but I don't care. This is too much fun.
It was one I was going to be taking soon.
Yes.
Just get a bit early.
Oh man, I was too distracted trying to teach Sogeg how to skip rope.
He's just not
those-
getting it.
She's trying to help him out get those leg gains in, you know?
He's just too fluffy now. Keeps getting trapped on his fur.
It is really hard underwater. That is it. She's probably not being very successful at it either.
Okay. Who's next in?
Does everybody?
Sogeg's going to take a cheeky one for one and done.
I missed that, Bennett.
You go.
What were you saying?
I was saying, has everybody done it now?
Everyone's had at least one attempt. There's quite a few people are going in for attempt number 3, so...
I was say if everybody's done it, Bennett will probably be feeling a bit left out by now. So
Oh, Bennett.
Okay.
Bennett, you got to go in. You got to go in.
Twice bitten, thrice shy.
Okay.
Crit one, crit one, crit one, crit one.
It turns its featureless
well,
face
it's,
towards you.
Improbable.
Screams into your mind. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please. That is a fail. You are deafened.
What?
Yeah, I'm out of there.
Skuttz nods in agreement.
It's not fair that Bennett has the lowest wisdom save of all. Yeah, he's
He's
doesn't have the
the only one
lowest.
that's not, risking his life gambling for this thing.
He has the same as me.
That's not the lowest.
Of course, it's not the lowest.
I'm at -1.
So,
So, Pokek, is you returning to your place?
Pogeg will have. I just basically you have to roll dexterity for it. Solid.
I'll
It's the
certainly
only thing I
try.
can roll. Go on, be a lad.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, cool, are you? You know, it's not cool.
Okay, Pokeg is deaf. Would you like to continue?
Pogeg. Pogeg's going to get dex. He's going to get dex. He continues. Come
Give
on.
me a Strength saving throw, please.
Oh, no.
Okay, that is a success. Let's have a look. What would be a fun one for him?
Pogeg, are you smart? No, Pogeg's not smart. Pogeg just really wants to show off his jet.
I
so
know
he's
what
gonna-
we want for Pokeg because it's funny. There we go. Would you like it to go deeper into Pokeg's mind?
God, no.
No, staying at the first level.
Staying at a nice, cheeky little...
Okay.
He just wants to be extras and do a jumping jack.
Give me your dexterity.
I have advantage on this. Oh. He laughs at the brain screamer. He
You're
says,
gonna fail
watch
it."
this sick backflip. No.
It's
Oh
a
my
good
God,
thing
it
you
was
did
bad.
a sick backflip.
It's bad. No. He kind of buffs it on like the way over and he just sort of in shape looks out. He knows when he's beat.
I'll give you a choice for the second one because I'm tempted to give you an old homebrew spell of mine, but I don't know whether it's Pokeg suitable. Do you remember Words of Power, where I had the 2 roll tables that you add them together and you just make it up as it works?
You've already sold me at random table.
Okay.
You've already sold me.
So
Pogeg's a gambler now. He's got to be.
Sogeg, you get Words of Power. But yeah, you roll. I think I've got the old roll table for it still. I'm not sure. I do, and I can actually give it to. Or show as a player action. Yeah, should be shown as a player action for everybody actually. So, say you roll for that, you get Ray of Pestilence or Ray of Patience, and then we work out what that actually does. It's improv the spell.
What level spell slot would it?
It's a level 1
Oh, sweet. Oh, of course it is. Yeah,
because it's so random. That's why.
I'll take it.
He also gets sending.
Yay!
I like
Of
sending.
everyone to get sending.
Sending is fun. I like sending.
Ending's good.
Which
First
means
sense,
no
so
matter
many-
how it means when Sogeg dies and he reincarnates in a different goblin's body, he can let you know where he is.
Oh my god, that's genius. I'm proud of you, Sogeg.
Okay, we'll do one more person before we put a pause for the session. I think it's only Zolk that wants to do another one for this long rest, and we'll have the one more downtime day in Olanton before we can. Your sister gets everything put together for you.
Might just lay off the crazy sauce for a bit. Go on, Zolk. Finish strong.
Zolk, are you going for it?
Right. I will cure everyone of their deafness.
You're gonna leave
No,
him paralyzed.
No, cure the paralysis.
Paralysis.
Paralysis. Bleh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know what I mean, but it's still funny.
Heck.
The poo-brain hasn't
Your
fully
tongue's
worn
still
off
numb
yet.
from the
Yeah.
last time you were paralyzed.
Make people able to walk, and then proceed to make it so that I can't walk.
There you go. Okay, let's see what the first one is. A dexterity saving throw, please.
Ooh, I have advantage on that.
Nice.
I needed
Yo.
it.
Okay.
You needed it.
I forgot the bonded, but that didn't matter.
Yeah, that's going to be the one. Okay, would you like it to go further into your mind?
I don't know, farming low-level spells sounds funny because I don't get high-level spell slots.
I mean, you can use higher level spells by paying piety or story to cast them.
I think I'm going to go to tier 2 and stay there.
Tier 2 is there. You can always go backwards as well if you think, okay, well, we're risking it a bit too much, we'll go back. But okay, we'll go to tier 2.
I haven't paid enough attention to figure out what the DC is, so I have no idea.
That's good. Intelligence saving throw, please.
I don't think I've got anything for that, so we're on a
Plus
12
a
plus
D4.
D4. I tried to do a global modifier and it didn't work. So I've done it wrong.
Hold on, I will come and switch on the global modifier for you.
And if that's
Because
not enough...
you've not turned on the save modifier. You've turned on all the other modifiers, just not the save. There you go. It should be on now.
Oh. Well, if that's not enough,
Okay.
I can use my flash of genius as well.
Do you need to use that before I tell you whether it works or not?
Don't know.
So
I'm
check
gonna
and see
read.
if you want if you can only use it before I tell you if it's a success. There's just a lot of ones that change roles that you can only use before I tell you, so you need to warn me before I do, otherwise I'll spoil it.
It doesn't specify.
Then yeah, you'll be able to use it after. But that is a success.
Okay.
Would you like it to go further into your brain?
We'll stick at tier 2.
Stick it to 2.
I'm not risking that.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Advantage. Oh god.
Okay. That one also is a success. And we'll go for that one. Sounds funny. We'll go for that one. Would you like to continue at this level or go up to the next one?
We'll go to 3. I've got 2 spells. I'm happy.
Fantastic. A dexterity saving throw, please.
Sweet.
Okay. It's got to be that one. It's got. Oh. you want to continue at this level or keep it there?
I mean, if it keeps rolling low, I'm fine. So yes.
Okay. Are you
What's the worst that
having it go further into your mind or staying at tier 3?
we'll stay at 3?
Okay.
Because if I get
A
charisma, I'm screwed.
strength saving throw, please. Okay, that is a fail.
Would Flash of Genius make it a pass?
How much Flash of Genius add?
3.
Then yes, it would.
All right, so that's my first charge of Flash of Genius.
And
Forgot
also
I had
your
it this entire
reaction for
session.
this, yeah. But I will give you that because I have to give Zolk that spell.
Oh no.
Would you like to continue?
We haven't failed one.
You haven't failed one yet, yeah. A intelligence saving throw.
We're still in the realm of things I'm okay at.
That's a success. Yep, I'll do that one. Would you like to continue?
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells.
You've got
I could
6
just
spells,
walk
yeah.
away unscathed
You
with
could walk away.
6 spells. However, we gamble here.
You've got to gamble. You've got
to gamble.
You got to throw in You've got to throw in a divine gamblers. You got to.
That's also true.
Gamble.
You could gamble some piety points to then gain a bunch more piety points.
If
It
it's
doesn't let
dex,
you cast these higher spells.
if it's dex, I might.
You've got to
Flavor at
declare
this
it before I roll to determine.
Then no, I'm not going to gamble.
Oh, how
Coward.
disappointing. What a coward.
I'll gamble on doing the spells, but I won't use the epithet.
I vote Zolt gets the coward epithet.
It's another intelligence save. Okay.
Bugger.
So now you are deafened. Give me a Arcana check.
That is there. That
And
is a
you
lose my
yourself-
slots.
There you go. Would you like another attempt?
Yes.
Would you like to stay at 3rd level or go up to 4th?
We'll stay at 3rd.
Okay.
I'm not confident if we get
It's
wisdom
another
or charisma.
intelligence. Okay.
Not bad.
Let's go for that one. Would you like to continue?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll just go until I fail again.
Are you going to stay at 3rd level or go up to 4th?
Fuck it 4th before we end.
Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Advantage. Oh fuck.
Okay, that is a fail. You are paralyzed. Would you like to continue?
Yes?
Okay.
Oh, he's dead.
Give me a strength saving throw.
He's not dead.
Okay,
I'm
you are
happy.
feeble-minded.
Oh, he's dead.
Would you like to continue?
We'll go down a tier, but yes.
So go back down to 3rd. Okay. Give me a charisma saving throw. Remember, your charisma is now 1.
So that's a -5.
That would have
Is
been a
that
good
with the -5? No, it's with a
No,
-1.
that's
So it's
with
a minus
-1.
an additional
it's
4
like
for
15.
that. So it's
No, it wouldn't be 14, sorry. What am I on about? It'll be
no,
16.
it'd be 16
Jesus.
because you got the +3 to it.
Yeah, brain.
Which is still a fail though.
Would that be enough checks passed to get my reaction back?
I'm going to only allow the 1 reaction while doing all this. That just
Fair
because.
enough. We're done here. How hurt am I?
25 points of psychic damage.
That's just over half.
That was-
Is it too late to have Skuttz just pat him on the back because he was doing so surprisingly well and turn the pass to a success? I forgot I still have
yeah,
the charge.
you can do that if you want to.
Nice.
Sure. And then I might as well Well, do you want me to make an insight check to see if I should pull you out? Or she thinks you're doing good?
That's definitely the one I'm going to give you for that one then.
Well, I'm happy to take one more fail before I give up.
Okay.
A true gambler.
On 68, it is possible to just kill me, but that's fine.
Oh my god.
Dexterity saving throw.
Take an 18.
That is a success. Oh, I'm running out of ones I've prepared that I haven't given to everyone else. That one. There we go. Would you like to continue?
We didn't fail, so yes.
Are you staying at 3rd level, going up to 4th, going down to 2nd?
I think we'll take too long if we go down to 2nd, so stay at 3rd.
A charisma save.
Oh.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, that is a fail.
I won.
He's dead.
Wait.
No, by a
Is
lot
he
more
getting
than
the
one,
water?
because that's remember, it's a -5, not a -1.
Oh, yeah.
35
we-
points. Oh, God.
Oh, does Burbles give you a 1d4 or you roll a 1d4?
So when it rolls 16 plus 1, that one's a 1d4. You just rolled a
Okay.
1 on it. He's rolled a 1 on it the
Okay.
past 3 times he's rolled it.
Oh, that's horrible.
35 points of psychic damage. Would you
Ouch.
like to continue?
Roll me out.
Yeah, I will say at the point you take damage, Skuttz is pretty clearly able
Yeah.
to tell you took a wallop. She'll just pick you up and pull you out.
Okay, so are you ready? Have you got your pen and paper ready? Because this is quite a few
Opening notepad.
spells.
I've got no pen, okay.
So, you gain Skywrite,
Yep.
Shadow Blade,
Sounds familiar.
Agonaz's Scorcher.
What?
Agonaz's Scorcher.
I'm not going to write that the right spelling,
It's
but it'll
literally,
do.
if you go to the spells compendium, it's the 4th one down. Right.
Oh,
at the
okay,
top
that
of the
works
list.
for me.
Yeah. Mind Spike.
Yep.
Summon Greater Demon.
Oh, God.
That's the one I wanted to
Whoa.
give you.
All right.
Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum.
I definitely haven't spelled that right, but that's fine.
Speak with Dead.
That's going to be useful.
Conjure
Yes.
Volley.
Conjure volley.
Conjure Volley. Where
Okay.
you choose a piece of non-magical ammunition, throw it, and it turns into a 40-foot radius, 20-foot high cylinder of 1,000,000 versions of that ammunition, and they all take 88 damage.
Is my exploding javelin
It's your
magical?
Exploding javelin. Your exploding javelin is magical, but this now can make everything else exploding javelins.
Yes.
Also get life transference.
Okay.
And that's all the spells.
That is a lot of reading to do in between sessions.
Yeah, I put most of the spells in the first one because I didn't think you'd go too much far past it, and I think everyone just went straight to as high a tier as possible. Like, oh, okay. But you've still got another potential day's worth of throwing yourself into the screaming mess. But we will do that
Lord.
on the next session. So we'll quickly do the end of session wrap-up stuff. Get all my notes ready. Okay. So, piety points. You get a point of piety for playing. Did you complete your minor divine agenda? Let's have a quick look. That is a yes for Zolk. That is a definite yes for Zolk.
Wait, what?
It's your minor divine agenda, which was further unlock your magical potential in the screams of the deep.
I'll be honest, I forgot to. Just wanted to.
I'll give a point to Bennett for that one, as while you didn't really get much information, you were definitely trying to. I think you've started to put some pieces together as to how the Hydroloth did its thing, or at least got here.
Save the pieces for me because I've already forgotten.
Fair. Skuttz, I'm going to say no for that one. Say. Oh, did you get many? You did. Sogeg, did you do many strength saves against the Screamer?
Don't think I actually did.
I'll still give you the point for it, but it's a shame that.
Oh no, I know. Sogeg did.
Yeah, Pogeg did, but I don't think Sogeg did. But, yeah, get a point for that one.
Yeah. I did do one. Yes.
And I will give a point to Nadryn for that one. Well, it didn't play out exactly how I was planning it to. These things never do, but it was close enough. As it was essentially your sister helping you out and you helping her out. Okay. Did you perform a ritual sacrifice or great action in the name of your god? I don't think anyone really did. But did you act in a way that exemplifies the ideals of your patron god? I think everyone did get a point for that one. Story points. Get a point for playing. Did you overcome a great challenge using violent or non-violent means? Probably no. Did you make a significant discovery or unearth some lost history? I'll give you a point for that one, as you've learnt more, or investigated more about how the Hydroloth got involved, the history of Nadryn's family, as well as the finding out the Queen of Olantin, Kiora, is missing. Went on a pilgrimage to the deep and did not come back. So you're going after her. Did you perform an act worthy of a new epithet? Did anyone believe they earned a new epithet today?
I don't know. Skuttz gets like babysitter or something.
Yeah, I will put babysitter. It will probably work very
Negligent.
similar to Fisherman of Allies, because you've just been spending all your time just moving people out of the way. It'll essentially be the same ability, just named differently.
I can't do it with my fancy javelin.
No, you'll have just string or just ropes attached to everybody that you can just yank to pull people back 10 feet if you need to.
Oh
Which
my
actually,
God,
that'll
it's
probably
like
be how I'd word it, if that you can use a reaction to move an ally 10 feet closer to you. So they just draw a 10-foot line towards you, just move them back that way. So you should yank them out of the way.
You can reel them in. All right.
Pretty much. Anyone else feel like they've earned something?
I don't think a large succession of pass saves is anything.
I think you've earned enough in the amount of spells you got.
Yes.
I don't feel like being constantly poo-brained is worth
We
anything.
might get some negatives
people
of
might.
lingering poo-brain.
Be careful with that.
Make a cursed epithet for the party.
I think I'm going to give a cursed party epithet. I don't know what I'm going to word it, but it will essentially be just lingering memory loss, essentially.
Don't even have to make an epithet. That's just true.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But as it's a party epithet, I'll give everybody the point of story for gaining it, even if it is a cursed epithet.
Yeah.
Just because I like giving you guys these points, because you get to use them for dumb stuff.
Yes.
Loyalty points for Poker, Mr. Burbles, and Neil. They get a point for playing. Did you fight together as one? There was no fights. Did you sacrifice something for the good of your companion? Again, I'd probably say no. Did they perform an incredible action?
Can I argue that Skutt's not partaking in that? Or no, Mr. Burbles didn't take damage. Skutt's like partook in making sure that he was okay. So instead of becoming feeble-minded herself, she did the. She was taking care of her pet for once.
I
That-
made sure Neil wasn't gonna go in.
That's fair. We'll call it as much as sacrificing something for the good of them.
Someone has to pull everybody out.
But I will
I
give
agree
you
with
both a
Pogeg
point
not
for the loyalty for that one, because there used to be one that was, did they stay in good health? But that was just, it wasn't worded well enough to actually make sense, because it was more of a, if did you not take damage this session, you get a point, and that wasn't the intention. But yeah, actively helping them stay out of danger, yeah, I will give a point for those.
I made Pogeg boots. What more does he want?
I really want to take Deathlight's
Ungrateful.
suggestion of giving Sogeg the cursed blood epithet of why is there so much blood inside me? I'm going to write that down. I might be...
Why aren't I bleeding?
Yeah.
Jim Part 2.
It makes him completely invulnerable to any piercing or slashing damage. And he never takes damage, actually. What a curse.
Oh, well, the curse is essentially you've gained so many hit points from murdering other people that it might be that it switches over where you essentially would lose a lot of your hit dice. You can't ever gain new hit dice when you level up. You just gain more hit points based on the more blood you cover yourself with, as opposed to what you would gain through leveling. That's my first thought. We'll think it through, but I think that would be more interesting because
that sounds.
You'd still be gaining a
logical.
shit ton of hit points because you murder everything, which is
It's gonna be a lot more grinding of low level PCs. Yeah. I'm sorry, populaces. It's time for a stabbing.
Well, with that, we will wrap it for today's session. Hopefully that was a fun one for everyone. Thanks everybody for playing. Thanks everybody for watching, whether you watched us live on Skutz's stream over at twitch.tv/SkutzBuds, or if you watched the recording of the full session or any of the clips on the Satyr Atlas YouTube channel, which has just been posted in the chat by Skuttz. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. And in case Stream Elements didn't plug it enough, if you want to check it out, I've got some new merch I've put down. There's a link below, I think. Ooh.
Yeah, be sure to check
I even
out
have
the
a handy little thing for this too.
sweet merch. We're even
Oh,
trying to
Admore's-
look into putting some Theros ones together, but we'll see.
Yeah. We're looking at maybe putting the walk cycle on a mug or something. I think I can make it work. And anyways, keep an eye out for new things popping up. I'll always let you know when there's something new to check out. And otherwise, I'm trying to catch up on art from the move, and then we'll have more game streams. I'm sneaking in a few Pokemon streams here and there. But for the most part, I gotta get my bread and butter, and that's my commissions. So I appreciate everybody being impatient with me getting back to the stuff over here. In the meantime, these Thursdays will be super consistent because I could not miss out on this for the life of me. So you'll be able to catch us here next week, same time. Daylight savings has me not knowing actually what time it is. So it's usually 11:30 Pacific Standard Time.
It might be an hour later than usual if you're living in the US, but it'll be the same time in the UK until our clock change in a little bit. Yeah, I think it's a week on Sunday the hours change.
Yeah, so the stream actually was at a different time for me today. So next week when it's all messed up, I'll have the correct times going. Oh, Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for watching and lurking. We appreciate it. Take care. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.